a sham. Crash out king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Fast fires lit the match. The fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend. It won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and this week Phil again loses his mind, goes crazy, thinks we're all jealous of him, and also says he can sue the trolls if he wants to. There is no way he is a villain, and much more. We start today in the chat. Smart girl, Phil, be more concerned about Catherine's weight and stop projecting to the live stream and the entire world ASAP. And what does DSP do the very moment he turns on the stream? He complains about money, specifically on Kick, saying that he's lost 150 subs on Kick and he needs you to make up for it. Wow, Phil, I wonder if you didn't ban all those people, all those supporters, maybe they would have supported you, Phil. And also your Kick channel is full of trolls. It's like 99% trolls and mostly from Kino Casino.
Kick support has been way down. We are down 150 subs on Kick. Meaning I had 150 subs and they expired and no one has either re-upped or gifted to make up for those. So we're way down on support on Kick right now. Okay, just being honest. It sucks. What can I do? I'm hoping that we will get a rallying of support on Kick starting right now. Let's get those subs back. Let's get that support going, right? Let's go. Let's get some subs right now on Kick to get that momentum back. Okay? Let's do it. Exactly. This is nonsensical. We must get support back. So thank you to Phil Has Diarrhea, not me. And thank you to Joggin Muse, both of which just supported on Kick. Let's get some more going in that regard. Okay?
And now that DSP has the wheel and the pedals and the shifter, he wants to play more car games. However, he refuses to play anything that's online or has multiplayer. That is right. Single player simulator games that are chill where he doesn't have to do anything in it. That sounds like great content there, Phil.
The new Acerto game doesn't have a big multiplayer community yet. We're playing it for the sim aspect. We're not trying to get into giant multiplayer communities. I'm playing it to sim driving. Do you get it? That's the point of the streams. I don't know what you're even talking about. No, like not a single person has said multiplayer yet. I don't even know why you would even think that. We're simming driving. That's the point. You're immersing yourself into simulation of driving. That's why I bought the wheel. Not to play games multiplayer online. Like, what are you talking about? We have games online. Like Mario Kart is online. I don't know. Some people are weird. It seems like what happens is these people get these weird notions of things and they all talk about them amongst themselves and they come back. Oh yeah, well, you shouldn't do that because there's no multiplayer. We never even said a word about multiplayer. Like, not once. And that's not my intention. These late night streams of driving are supposed to be me simulating like I'm driving in certain situations. I'm a trucker. I'm a racer. I'm a taxi driver, right? Not, oh, I'm going online to competitively race against others. I have no intention of doing that. I'm not a competitive racer. Why would you even think that unless you're stupid? And you just assume things that no one even talked about. Anyway, how much you want to bet this weekend? People were talking on their Discord servers. Oh, Phil's going to play a driving game this week. What game would be the train wreck game that it would suck ass and he looks stupid and we'd enjoy it, but he wouldn't get any attention from positive people, therefore it would tank his business. Gee, I wonder what it would be. Oh, let's tell him to play the old Assetto Corsa where everyone is a pro at the game and is a master, so if he plays it online, they'll whoop his ass every match and everyone will laugh at him. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds like a great idea. How about kiss my ass? You fucking losers.
Then we had new Kick Whale, AI Podcast, who is gifting subs on Kick to DSP, but also restreaming him at the same time. And Phil said, oh, I don't care if you're restreaming me as long as you're giving me money. and they were shitting all over him as well. Of course, this is another example of someone trying to clout chase off a DSP, which is absolutely sad and pathetic. And then someone said that a lot of the top contributors on Kick are banned. And DSP said no, 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 and he went through the list over and over. And when he got the Void, he said, oh, Void, who's a dumbass who only apparently gave subs to me because of his dying friend. Imagine getting clowned on and slam dunked on by Darksydephil. Well, that's what happened to Void. And then DSP said, when I play a racing game, I have to drink alcohol. And of course, another stream and another rant about Iron Chef Sakai.
I totally believe that. The Soctopus says, Iron Chef Sakai has 3 socks in the top 5. Well, he has Iron Chef Sakai. He's got It's a Me Ken. I know those 2 are him, for sure. I don't know if Lance Catamaran is actually him too. I have no idea who Lance Catamaran is. I don't think Lance Catamaran ever said a word in the chat. But Iron Chef Sakai and It's a Me Ken are definitely the same person. There's not a doubt. That's the same exact person. But man, I'm so disappointed that Dr. Lexus never returned after I dumped the casino. Dr. Lexus never returned to felt me with $220 contributions. He never came back. It's so sad because I would love a nice felting from him, especially if it's $220 at a time. No, from what I'm to understand, Dr. Lexus is a legit, like, ginormous whale of the casino. And he came over here to support when I was part of their group. And then the moment that I was done with them and dumped their asses, he freaked out and was like, well, that's it. I'll never come. He was gone for like a whole week. He came back one more night and claimed, oh, I don't like console wars. You get the reference there. I don't like console wars. I was just away for a week. I was sick. And he dropped 40 something subs, so it equivalent 220 subs, the stupid detractor meme. He dropped that, and then he literally never came back ever again after that. And man, I'm still feeling the sting of the $220. Oh, it hurt so badly when those dollars entered my wallet. Oh, you really got me. That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
Then DSP also claimed he had handhelds before Game Boy. And for the past year, DSP tried to get out of gaming. He tried Reacts, he tried politics, he tried Lego, but it wouldn't work. And he said, I'm getting older, I can't do this anymore, I'm phasing out gaming. Well, guess what, guys? He's now saying gaming is his content, and he's gonna do it for the rest of his life. Because that's all he can do now, dude.
So been there, done that, and now we're going to be focusing on gaming moving forward, which works. That's my forte. That's what people are here for, right? That's what's bringing the butts to seats, and that's what's bringing the support. I think people really appreciated when I said I would back away from the drama stuff and instead focus on the things that are positive that I'm good at and doesn't hurt anyone, right? So there you have it. Me doing the gameplay has worked. If you haven't noticed, since I've refocused on solely gameplay, things are going well.
And now DSP's gonna warn people about putting their personal information online, even though he did it himself, and he has doxed his supporters in the past. And even last week, he put Thomas's real name on the leaderboard after the $1,600 tip, but he knows better than anyone else, dude.
Realize that I'm one of the most harassed streamers on the planet, and people who talk in my chat get harassed. So let's say you like the content and you don't want to get harassed, you probably would support from behind the scenes, correct? I mean, if you're smart. Just saying. Like, sadly, I get people who come by and they don't do that, and the next thing you know, they're telling me how they're getting harassed. And I'm like, I'm sorry for that, but that's part of the problem of having all your stuff online. Like, some people, I hate to say it's 2025, and some people still think like it's safe to have your YouTube account the same exact name as your Facebook account, the same exact name as your TikTok and your X account. And by the way, you got all your private information on there public for everyone. That's an absolutely positively horrible idea. It couldn't be worse. Seriously, couldn't be a worse idea, because people will find ways to harass, and people will do it just for the sake of doing it. Not even if they get something out of it. They just want to get away with it. So you can't, to this day, you have to have, you know, things that are protected. You should not have your private information listed publicly on the internet at all. Okay?
And of course, DSP can't help it. His whole content is about money, begging people for money, and also the detractors, dude, the drama. Because he knows that motivates his retards to support him, like he's the Pied Piper of retards. And now he's also gonna say there is no way he is the villain of the internet. And he's gonna go on a rant and crash out all over the detractors.
No, I'm just tired of talking about the nonsense. I don't care anymore. You see, it doesn't affect me. That's the other thing that's hilarious. There's an entire weirdo community around me that doesn't affect me. You get it? Like, I sit here and I just make my content every day, regardless of any of it. I pay no attention to any of it. I don't know what they're talking about. The only time I even know there's a meme is because some idiots will come in the chat and spam it 100 times, so I know there's a new meme now, you know? But it doesn't affect me, did you notice? I've paid absolutely no attention to any of this crap. It doesn't affect me at all. I just keep pushing forward, making my content for my audience, and that's all it is, you know? No, I actually think that they're obsessed with each other. They're not obsessed. Like someone says, LTG thinks that his detractors are gay for him. Do you think that your detractors are like, no, I don't believe that at all. At all. I think that they're more obsessed with each other and the content makers are the ones that these people get obsessed with, not me. They're not obsessed. They're obsessed with making toxic content about me. They're not obsessed with me like that. No, absolutely not. I don't believe that. And here's the other thing these idiots don't realize too. Like one of them is in the chat and kick right now and just said, here's to hoping you never hit more than 3 goals in a row ever again. That's what he just said. All right. So I want you to think about this. This person just actively publicly said, the detractors hope you will never hit more than 3 goals in a row again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, starting right now, let's hit more than 3 goals in a row to show these fuck faces that they don't affect me, because they don't. Right? They don't. We're already on the way to the goal. Tonight we're doing truck sim. Tomorrow let's hit it with blueprints. Yes, with blueprints. Let's hit a goal with cast and chill. Let's prove them wrong. Let's get this going and show them that there is success in being positive, not being a toxic piece of garbage who brings down others around you so you can step on them to get ahead. Not that someone who lies and cheats and shills and basically makes sure that everyone else, again, has to suffer so that you can be successful. You don't need that to happen to be successful in life. Now, you may be taking the harder path. You may be taking the tougher route. It may be that you have to work harder than everyone else, that you have to suffer a little bit more and be a little bit more stressed than everyone else to do it, but you could still do it. And then you can actually sleep at night because you're not a scumbag who tried to ruin everyone around you for your own personal gain. Go back to the old content. Talk about this old thing. Try to find out what happened to Phil now that he's not making content anymore. Harass him, and they probably would keep going. They're just insane. And until someone actually exposes these things and calls it out for what it is, you get people like the duties, right? The raw Phils, the people who actually abuse that shit for personal gain. But I'm the villain, but they're the ones who literally are exploiting mentally ill people on a daily basis for personal gain and don't give a shit about any repercussions that it could affect them. It could affect those people. It could affect me. They don't care. As long as they're making money, right? They're okay with it. And the moment they stop making money, they disappear. No, I'm just tired of talking about the nonsense. I don't care anymore. You see, it doesn't affect me. That's the other thing that's hilarious. There's an entire weirdo community around me that doesn't affect me. You get it? Like, I sit here and I just make my content every day, regardless of any of it. I pay no attention to any of it. I don't know what they're talking about. The only time I even know there's a meme is because some idiots will come in the chat and spam it 100 times, so I know there's a new meme now, you know?
And then last week, DSP banned an actual Argentina fan. And now he's gonna joke about that. And not only that, mock his currency and mock his country, like the scumbag that he is.
What if they're actually from Argentina and trying to support? That's not possible. Argentina is in such horrible disrepair right now. No one with their right mind would go online and try to support a streamer. They're just trying to get by, they're trying to buy a sandwich to eat today. That's what they're thinking of. They're not thinking of, let me toss Darksydephil 50 cents. They're actually trying to support their families to stay alive, you know. That's what happens in countries where things aren't all roses and unicorns and rainbows like we have in these other countries.
And one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen is DSP now at 43 years old has finally learned how to clean himself. That is right, showering, shaving, all that stuff at 43.
In the morning, I shower every single morning before stream. And when I wash my hair with the shampoo conditioner, it puffs it up, okay? So back in the day, I didn't used to consistently do that. Sometimes I would shower at night and stuff, so it was different. Like now I have a very set regimen that I do every morning to stay cleanly. As I'm getting older, I'm doing things better, you understand? So it's like every day I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna eat breakfast, I'm gonna have a coffee, I'm gonna do that every day before work, treat it like a real job, treat it professionally, look decent for the stream so I don't look like a fucking bum, because I should, you know, treat it professionally. If you guys are gonna treat me professionally and support my content, then I should reciprocate and give you the respect of me looking decent and being ready for streams. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing that, but now kind of the slick back hair won't really work because my hair is clean and puffy every morning. Even if I wet it, it would still like dry and puff up again. You see?
And despite DSP scamming and lying to people for almost 2 decades, and everyone seeing through it, everyone waking up to it, everyone has receipts, everyone has facts that prove you're a lying scumbag, DSP says now he cannot be the villain. He was never the villain. People are just brainwashed, and they don't get the full context, dude.
Cydia says, do you feel like you're the unwilling villain of a streaming world? One day when you're long and gone, maybe a documentary will be made about how you were actually based. I'm literally not a villain to anything. I want you to think about it this way, all right? A villain is usually someone who's through their heinous actions hurt others, and therefore, that's why they're seen as a negative presence. I want you to ask you a question. Who do I hurt every day when I turn on a stream and I play games? Who do I hurt when I turn on a stream and I hang out with people and I talk and we have a good time and then people willingly support my content? Who am I hurting? Am I making slanderous, defamatory content that could hurt other people's reputations and bring them down and ruin them? No. Am I shilling stuff to you that's low-quality garbage, but I'm making you spend your hard-earned money on junk so I can get ahead? No. Am I misrepresenting the games I'm playing to make you buy stuff so that I'll make money and get ahead? No. The stuff that I do is actually completely, definitively helping people because you're either getting entertainment out of it, you're getting informed, or let's face it, you're one of the many leeches of a giant ecosystem that suck on me every day to actually make content for a content mill. Because that's what it is. It's the Darksydephil content mill every day. So literally my very existence on the internet is a positive, beneficial thing. There's no way you could ever spin me into being a villain unless you could lie so that you can make more content for your content mill, by which you're actually getting positive stuff out of it, in which case I still can't be a villain. Just by its very nature, the nonsense that these people spout proves that I'm not a villain. But the bottom line is the people who watch that stuff are too dumb. I mean, these are the biggest mouth-drooling dunces of the planet. These are not fucking intelligent people. These are people who just sit around and want to be part of drama for drama's sake. Not because it's true, but because they get their jollies off being a part of something on the internet, which is really dumb. Groupthink mentality from a sheep, a mindless mule, right? So, yeah, there's absolutely no way that I could ever be spun as a legit villain. Getting popularity. There was detractors back then. Remember DSP Cult Leader, who in the first year that I was making videos, this was before I was making money doing it. I didn't even monetize my content. DSP Cult Leader was saying I was trying to build up a cult of kids to follow me and do my bidding so that in life I could basically be well off. I'll ask upon them to help me in the future. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I was conditioning these kids to be my slaves for the rest of my life. But back then, everyone laughed at the detractors and said, you know, what are you, crazy? Like, what are you, stupid? Phil is just a guy who loves to play games. He's just making silly videos. He's not even taking it seriously. How could you even say dumb shit like that? Today, if someone came out as DSP Cult Leader, they'd have 100,000 subs. They'd make $10,000 a month making that kind of content about me because people are that dumb on the internet. They're actually that fucking stupid. They like that content for some reason.
And now DSP is going to be asked about his day off. And DSP answers it exactly like the alien that he is.
Captain DCW, how you doing, man? Day off yesterday was great, actually. Originally, I was just going to be doing boring stuff, but then my wife said she wanted to go out and have a day. I said, let's do it. We went out. We had a great day. We got some stuff for the house. I got some new stuff for my setup, for my backdrop for, you know, the shows. It ended up being a really well-versed day of variety of fun and food and shopping and good stuff. Had a really great time. So, yes, very pleased with how yesterday went. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
And then we see DSP in his alien form, his true form, with the crown on. Yes, fellow human, we went out and had a great day. Bloopity goopity. Food and shopping, like we human do. Meep whoop. Then apparently, Dublah has been tracking DSP's e-begging. And apparently the word support comes up 1,500 times per month. Which is absolutely mind-blowing, shocking, and absolutely pathetic. And look at that, another truck sim stream, and another drink. He is normalizing his addiction, and soon it'll be on all streams. And now, DSP is playing truck sim and begging for money so he can buy more DLC in the game. DSP is the ultimate consumer. Then we have Kinda Sav, who says, DSP has started tonight's stream, off toxic as fuck, laughing my ass off.
Does the king still have a valid driver's license? I don't know. Did some mouth-drooling retard tell you I didn't? Some complete idiot told you I didn't have a license? Well, maybe you shouldn't listen to dummies.
And it's funny how he said, some retard told you, and don't believe dumb people. You know where they got that from, Phil? From the DMs you sent the PPP, and the DMs you leaked. So that retard, that dumb person, would be you, DSP. And now it's time to see how DSP did with wheel, pedal, and shifter in Truck Simulator. And it's all over the place, including LTG, drinking and driving, and DSP-esque humor.
A real trucker pisses in the bottle when on the road. No, a real streamer does, but none of us can live up to the LTG legacy. We just don't have those kind of chops, right? We just don't have the sexy for it. We don't have the aim for it to pee into the bottle properly and not dribble everywhere. We don't have the proper cat trees to put into our backgrounds at low resolution. And certainly we don't have the skill to complain about modern fighting games, so then you go back to older fighting games and still lose. At least, you know, I complain about modern fighting games, but then I go to classics and I win, right? I'm playing CVS 2 right now. I've been in a pretty crazy good streak, kicking everyone's ass in CVS 2. This guy complains. He goes back to Street Fighter 5. He goes back to older games. He just loses nonstop no matter what game he plays. Makes constant excuses. You know what's odd? Okay. So when I play Street Fighter 6 and I play other fighting games, right? People do stream snipe me. Absolutely they do. 100%, right? But it's not constant. Like, as long as you're playing the matchmaking online or whatever. This guy just ran the light. I have a green turn signal. That guy ran the light right there. What an asshole. As long as you're using the matchmaking and everything properly. Yeah, some people will sneak in and snipe you, but it's not constant. That guy is like, claims constant stream sniping. Like, every fight was a stream sniper, and then he loses and he gets pissed and freaks out. And then he blocks, but then somehow there's another stream sniper waiting in the wings. Like, how does that happen? Me, I will have a few people who will stalk me, but usually I can play in general. Like if I play Street Fighter 6 right now, there'd be like 5 idiots, but after that it would calm down and I'd be able to play, real people.
Right.
How does he just get non-stop street? Oh! See, I like that they're throwing these little things into this now. Have a good night, Jade. See you tomorrow. I like that they're throwing these little twists in now. So it's not just straight driving. There's more to it, and you got to pay attention. Just like real life, because in real life, if you do the same thing all day, you get into this monotonous motion. You start to stop having conscious thought. Instead, it's just repetition, checking off the box, doing it over and over, right? The problem with that is, what if something goes wrong and you're not ready to adapt because you're not paying attention? So you got to be on your toes when you're driving at all times. That's happened to me where I'm driving to a tournament and I'm driving from freaking Connecticut to Virginia and you're going way fast because there's open, road in front of you, no one there. Then all of a sudden something happens, like, oh, you got to be ready, You can't be driving without your hands on the wheel like I'm doing right now. That's an absolutely horrible idea. You see, you got to have your hands on the wheel at all times. Patriotic. Let's see what this one's like. Please don't explode. It didn't. Cool. All right. Let's see what we got. Ready? Whoa. It smells fruity. It definitely has a berry scent to it. It's supposed to be berry, cherry, and citrus together. I don't know how that's going to taste. We're about to find out. Ready? That's not bad. That's definitely not the worst one I've had. It's not the best. It's decent. It's a decent flavor. It's hard to put your finger on what it tastes like because it has 3 flavors in one, so it's kind of overriding each other. But that's not bad. And then Hyperfixate did a $2 super chat saying, call it pig rig. Well, that's what the detractors say. It's hilarious because they say I snort because I have post-nasal drip, so I sound like a pig. Even though it hasn't been that bad this year, luckily. It's been bad some days, but not that bad. So it hasn't been like an ongoing issue that much this year. But their usual nonsense. Okay.
Turn right.
Luckily there's nothing coming. I can't go. I'm flooring it. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Don't drive into me, you idiot. What a complete idiot. He kept driving straight. He didn't even slow down. All right. I knew that turn was going to suck. Now, is this a hotel to the left or a rest stop to the left? Because that's what it shows. It shows on the map a bed. $1,000 of fines. Oh, God. Did you see what happened? As I was approaching, the moment I was about to go, it started a train signal, stopped me in my tracks. Did I take damage from that? It didn't warn me till I was already driving through it. Then it started blinking and closed. It actually wasn't doing it ahead of time. Yikes. Well, better that than getting me stuck on the tracks and smashed, I guess. But that was pretty weird the way they did that. Did it say I take damage? Son of a bitch. How much damage did I take? Later, this is week 2 of me using my wheel, and as you can see, I have a setup now. I moved the wheel and the camera. You can now see the wheel on camera as I'm driving. Last week, I tried for this, and I guess I missed, and people couldn't see it. Now it's fully, you can see the wheel. See that? So this is pretty cool. You'll be able to actually see the wheel in motion and movement and use as I do it.
DSP leaves his house once a week. However, according to him, he puts on Cologne twice a day. Once after showering and once before the late stream. Keep in mind, he's by himself, doesn't leave the house, and he's the only one that can smell it. It makes you wonder, with all the electronics, with everything going on in that room, the smell that must be in there, that he has to douse himself twice a day in Cologne to cover up the smell. Absolutely disgusting. Then we have Ava Cowboy Fan 1996, who a lot of people think is DERICH. DSP Gaming, what did you eat tonight? I had some family come over for the weekend, so that was nice. Also, if you have any fetish, are you open about them? I'm just curious, and I might go for a cowboy. And then he got over $150 on both streams. However, 9-minute daily wrap, and why is that? Because he's pre-begging for money tomorrow so he can get pizza on Tuesday. That is right, he is pre-begging in the daily wrap. And now Monday, where DSP is gonna bring back the fishing streams with the hat as well. Because remember, he's done wearing the hats, but for one night only, he's bringing it back. However, will the fishing stream be too chill? And will he possibly wage quit it after one stream? We'll find out very soon. But first, it looks like this year, everyone is talking about DSP, but not in the way he wants. And we have this from a channel called Geeks Plus Gamers Play, and they mention the guy.
They have all those shells.
I threw him away.
What the? I'm not even close to first!
There's nothing I can do, guys. I was racing perfect. The game's cheating.
Good shot.
I mean, I clearly outplayed all of them.
No!
Dude, those DSP clips are the greatest things ever,
Dude,
man.
it's
been wasting my life away watching that shit. I can't put it down.
That'd be so fucking funny, bro. Like, ironically.
Uh-oh. Not for me.
Then we have this one from Shitpost 2049. Darksydephil, notorious for playing with himself during livestream, struggles to understand a children's racing game. And then we have a family portrait of Phil and Kat together. And not only that, they have a delicious Subway sandwich with them. And DSP still pushing blueprints despite support going down and being supported by one single person. He puts this on Twitter. On Monday, it's a chill podcast followed by Blueprints, which was saved last week with super supported stream. Let's get into Endgame and keep the support rolling so we can do DSP Tries It, Mod Pizza on Tuesday. Then Cast and Chill premieres on the late shift for interactive fun. And of course, DSP was late yet again. This time blaming it on tech issues. He puts this out again on Twitter. Sorry for the delay as I had tech issues. We'll jump back into Blueprints Endgame. Please come engage/support so I can keep the playthrough going, dude. And then in the pre-stream chat, he's complaining that OBS is crashing non-stop. And he thinks he needs to restart. And says, keep in mind, I changed nothing with the word nothing being spelled wrong. And this is what happens when you leave your computer on 24/7. Don't shut down your browsers. And you let those cookies and other things just build up. It makes your PC run so slow. And causes programs not to function properly. But then again, DSP is street smart, not book smart. And another day, and another excuse, DSP opens up again, where it looks like he's been crying all night. Like a bitch. And it's really funny too because as of late, whenever someone asks him, what'd you have for dinner? Almost every single time is, oh, I made turkey burgers. Implying that he's always cooking, but that was Kat's responsibility. So if she's still there, what exactly is she doing, Phil? It's almost like divorce coin is going up. And DSP, yet again, going off on people. Because he doesn't want to play multiplayer, he doesn't want to play competitive wheel games, racing games with a wheel. He just wants to sit back, enjoy, basically a walking simulator, but for driving games.
I've heard that some of these games aren't going to be good for my kind of stream, like Snow Runner, Mud Runner, Roadcraft, that they're like really extreme sims. Like they really try to emulate the experience of driving a certain type of vehicle, which I'm not interested in. I don't want to learn how to drive a tractor. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's going to be fun. It's more casual fun is what I'm looking for. And what did I purchase the wheel for? To play casual driving, like American Truck Sim, like this taxi game, like anything that's more casualized. I'm not a proper driver sim dude. You know that. I've told you a million times. I'm not into car stuff. If I played a proper car sim right now, I would not know if the game is accurate or not because I'm not a car guy who drives cars all the time. It's lost to me. Do you get it? Just like if there was a proper baseball simulator where every piece of the simulator was actually accurate to real baseball, I wouldn't know because I don't really play professional baseball. You understand the concept? It's called common sense. You guys just want to whine about everything. Like, oh, so I just want casual gameplay, so I spend $300 on a wheel. No, I got the wheel because people were being so supportive with the Truck Sim streams and kept asking me to get a wheel for them. So I said, because you guys are so supportive, I will. Okay? I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I directly responded to demand from my audience, and somehow I did something wrong. How about this? How about you are a whiny piece of garbage and you're banned from chat and I don't have to see you anymore whining like a little baby.
I always find it funny when DSP calls other people bitches and whiny babies when he's the biggest bitch ever, and he whines and complains every single day about every single little detail of his life. If anyone is a baby back bitch, it's you, DSP. And it looks like Agent DeClaw is on his next task to destroy the Snort Fort.
Did you see Jasper jump?
Of course, what happened here was DSP was moving boxes in front of Jasper, scared him, and then was surprised when he jumped up. It's almost like Phil, he's a cat. Just saying. And cats do cat-style things like that. And now DSP's going on a rant about ICS. And where's his money come from? And he says, if you think about it, who has that kind of money? Trust fund babies and rich people and oil barons. And he's wondering, what kind of shady stuff is ICS doing if he's giving all this money to people? And the really funny part is, you never said this or cared about this when he was giving you money, but as soon as he gives other people money, it's shady, dude. There's something going on. Where's he getting all this money from? And even when ICS was donating to him, and people kept saying, oh, this is OIC, he's shipping all this money, DSP would always say, that's none of your business, don't care about where his money comes from, just focus on the stream. But now all of a sudden it's, wow, where's he getting all this money to give to Strangely Lex and Duty and the Detractors and all these other people? It's very shady, dude. What a jackass. Then DSP went off and said, this is the era of the video essay, and he could be successful, he could be rich, people would like his stuff, but it would take too much time. And he doesn't want to get demonetized in case he has one clip that a company will claim. And I don't know if you ever saw his movie reviews, which he called his video essays. They are absolutely horrible, bottom of the barrel. It wasn't even reviews. He would just recap what happened in the movie without giving any personal details, his personal thoughts, theories, explaining what the story or the ending means. But of course, it's DSP. And as Dickstroke and Vlogs points out, sure buddy, just like RTU's Netflix quality documentary.
I think that I would do really well making video essays. I really do. I think that my videos would do well, perform well, people would like them, and would respect the amount of effort that I would put into them. But is it worth it? Let's say I work my ass off on a video essay. It takes me all week. I put it out, 20,000 views. You just made $40. Oh, I could have turned on one stream and tripled that.
And now DSP is going to explain that he rushes to make a thumbnail because apparently Darksydephil, even though he's back, is not making thumbnails for him anymore. And the truth of the matter is, he just wastes the entire day, Jin, DoorDash, WWE Champions, and then at the last second goes, ooh, I gotta make a thumbnail, better rush to do it. And it's the laziest thumbnails ever. All he'll do is take a still shot from the video and put text over it. Lazy, lazy, lazy. But to DSP, that's a lot of hard work.
I want you to think about this. The stream's going offline around 4:10. I have 20 minutes to do all that work. So most of the time, I'm rushing into DaVinci Resolve, and I'm trying to make a thumbnail fast. Like, what was that clip? What happened to this video? Get the video up. Flash forward. Zoom in. Get the text. Edit the text. No, but, the number of the video. Get this here. Oh, make that. It's crazy. It's like I'm full of adrenaline trying to do it fast. Like, and then I get it done, and I'm like, okay, I feel good about it. A lot of the times, I do wish that I had more time to put more effort into the thumbnails. But, DaVinci Resolve is not really supposed to be for thumbnails. It's actually supposed to be for video editing. And some of the highlight clips and things that I made. For example, the highlight of Mind's Eye. I liked doing that, but I know it could have been much better if I had more time to pick, frame it better, do better editing, do better effects. I just kind of rushed it out there. You know what I mean? I loved it. I really liked doing it. And now, right now is the era of the video essay on YouTube.
And DSP is still complaining about the Doom clips, the Elden Ring clips, the Mario Kart clips. And he says now, his bad gameplay clips going viral, edited negatively, and they're also stolen. Man, history is repeating itself right now. This must have been what it felt like when This Is How You Don't Play first came out, and everybody started noticing DSP and how bad he was at games. And the greed is getting out of control even for DSP standards. He is demanding 3 goals on the day stream so he can have DSP Tries It tomorrow. And 3 streams, by the way, is $450. And this clip here shows you how well Blueprints went for DSP.
Guys, can we get some support for Blueprints today, please? Or if you just like my content in general, we're trying to do DSP Tries It tomorrow, but that means we have to hit the goal today and tonight and tomorrow's streams. And if we're going to beat this game, we need support for it, not $20 for an entire stream of Blueprints. So please support the stream in any way you can. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, tips, subs on Kick. Right now, we are so behind. We have 0 support on Kick today. 0. For the podcast and for this. Let's get some support. All right?
And it's funny how we said last week, I don't even care if you like the game, just sit in the chat and please talk, dudes. And now, a week later, I don't even care if you like the game, please just give me money. What a scumbag. And despite DSP looking up guide and puzzle solutions for Blueprints online, he says he can't use a guide for Blueprints or look it up because it's RNG. But in the same stream, he looks up solutions as well for a certain puzzle. Make that make sense. And he's still not over this because he owes him money, dude. Whenever someone in his mind owes him money, he will never forget, even if it's $1. And he brings up Oompa Loompa again, saying he owes him $60 from weeks ago. And now DSP's gonna lose it. He wants that money. He doesn't care if you like Blueprints. Give him money if you like his content, dude. Even if you don't like his content, just give him money, dude. And he's gonna beg like a crackhead. He needs that money. Open up the Velcro wallets, get that money, give it to him. He needs it, dude. He really, really does.
Yeah, guys, again, if you want more, I almost said Liza P. If you want more Blueprints, please support this stream. We have just under 2 hours left to hit the goal. We're at $30. Well, what are we at there now? 33. So we're not doing too good. All right. I like the game a lot. I understand it's been over 2 months. We've been playing it. We've been trying to finish it. We're still trying to finish it. Thank you to Wildlife Chris for hanging out and helping me. I hope that others will too. And again, we put so much into it, it would be a shame not to see the true ending, but what can you do? It's pretty ridiculous how complex this game is, how long it takes to get through it, right? This will be the final stream if we don't hit the goal, so it would suck to get this far and not finish it, but what can you do? I can't have this be the one game that I play and I make, like, $20 a stream when there's other games that people want to see and will support. I think the end of the game is hinging on the throne room, and we haven't gotten it yet. That's the problem. Like I was told, the end of the game hinges on drafting the throne room, and we just tried really hard and still couldn't get it. So we're trying. Once we get it, I think that'll get us into that momentum to finish it. I can't use a guide because the game is RNG. This is what I keep telling you guys. This is not a game where you can have a guide that will tell you what to do. It's RNG. You have to keep playing till you get the combination that lets you beat it. Yeah, where's Oompa Loompa? Oompa Loompa who owes me from weeks and weeks ago. I can't believe you still remember Oompa Loompa. I forgot about Oompa Loompa. We're not playing Mario Party. Stop that right now. You need more things other than the throne room. No way you'll finish tonight. You also need to do the chess puzzle again 2 more times. Why? Why do I have to do the chess puzzle 2 more times? I don't get that. I mean, at this point, you can explain. I'm not saying, oh, tell me the entire plot. I'm just saying, just tell me what has to be done to finish so we can figure out if it's doable or not, you know? I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels at this point. And obviously, the audience is tired of it. So what are we doing here? Can we do it or not? Is it feasible? You need to get an item you haven't even been told about yet. What the fuck? Well, I don't get it because we already solved the chess puzzle. So what's the difference if we solve it a second time? What's going to happen? It's the same puzzle with the same... You pick the same outcomes. Does it have something to do with the wall we have to break in the chess puzzle room? I mean, this is just getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. It just seems like the unbeatable game, unless you absolutely dedicate yourself to just playing this game, right? You need to pick the king power, and then the rook, and then something happens. I honestly wish I had known that to begin with, because I would have done it already, you know? The wall is the clue to do it the 2 more times. All right, so we got to do the puzzle, right? We have to do it this next run. Let's do the puzzle again. Let's get the king power. So, yeah, let's try to populate everything. Remember, the rarest one is the office is the king. The queen is the study. Yep, the queen is the study. The king is the office. Castle is a bunch of things. The nook, the vault, the clock tower. The conservatory. The knight is the observatory, the security room, the treasure trove. The bishop is the chapel. The bookshop and the attic, and the pawn is like everything else. All right. All right, my wife just got home. All right, I'm going to take a brief break. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll do our second run. Guys, if you want to see the end of Blueprints, now I'm definitely going to get help to finish it now. Please support this stream. Let's hit the goal. Okay.
And the money was still not coming in. So you know what that means. Crackhead Side Phil comes out and he's begging people, please support. Please just give me money, dude. I'm a success. But if I don't beg people, I'm not going to make any money. So please give me money, dude.
Heat of the moment says, how much cash do you expect from each viewer? I'm ready to do my part. There is no expectant cash from each viewer. The idea is that I have enough viewership that on any given moment, any given stream, there's people who like that particular game or content enough that they will support it, but you don't have to do it every single stream. Understand? It doesn't have to be the same person every stream or anything. So if you like Blueprints, then by all means, take back the gold.
And now DSP is going to talk about women's boobs in the modern era. And it's the most DSP thing you'll ever hear.
That's correct. Women with giant heaving pectoral muscles, much more common in 2025 than it used to be. It's a little gender bender deal, but it's all good. All right, you understand? It's fine.
And you know what happens when the money is low. Toxicity comes out. And DSP has to point out someone's name. And on the spot, call them out.
This is great. Just listen to this. Listen to this. This person, their name is I Know a Loser When I See One. Okay, and they said, All this totally legit support. The chat is quick. I can't keep up. Quick, fake the 50 you need and run, King. Well, your name is I know a loser when I see one, right? Well, you must have a lot of mirrors in your house. Anyway.
And DSP is desperate. He wants this walk-in simulator to continue, because it's not hard work. People give him the answers, there's no combat, and he can beg like a crackhead for money whenever he wants. And speaking of begging like a crackhead,
that you feel, whether it's in the moment or whether it's even later on, in retrospect, right? Am I feeling shame right now? Absolutely not. Let's hit the goal. Let's keep this game in the rotation and finish it. Let's do DSP Tries It tomorrow. Let's keep doing it. All right.
And then a quote from DSP, which tells you a lot about these anonymous tips. There hasn't been any real anonymous contributions here. Think about that sentence. Just think about it. Then we have this in chat from Mike. If I'm doing this in my 40s, then shoot me. And the money was still not coming in, and he's $50 short. And what happens next is some of the most disgusting begging you've ever seen from Darksydephil. He says, I can't stay any later. You guys need to hit the goal right now. Otherwise this game is gone. And for the next 15 minutes after he said I can't stay any longer, he keeps begging people for money and demanding it. And not only that, he starts a countdown. He sets a timer on his phone for people to donate, otherwise the game is gone. It is absolutely the most disgusting beg so far in 2025.
Save us GTA 6 if you want someone to step up. You know what? There's no one better in life to step up and take control of a situation than you yourself. I want you to walk into your bathroom and look in the mirror. Look at your own face and say, I will take control. And then you're going to walk back here and you're going to contribute. Yes. All right, guys, I guess not. This is it. We have like 1 minute left. We have to hit this goal now. I can't stick around. It looks like we're not going to hit it. It sucks. It sucks. Just updated it. Just updated my stupid camera software. It's saying it needs to be updated again. I just updated it this morning. Okay, I got 2 tips. One is for a penny from a troll. I got a $3 tip. It's just oh, it says let's do this. That's all it says. Let's do this. Thank you for $3. All right, so now with that, we're at 125. We are literally $25 away. This is it. This is it. $25 to hit the goal and continue blueprints. Come on. All right. I'm going to go for 30 more seconds. Let me get a timer. Here, we'll do a timer. Ready? We'll do a timer. How do you do a timer on my phone? I don't know. I don't know how to do a timer. Is this a timer? All right, can we do it? Start. Okay, here we go. It's counting down right now. 56 seconds. 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39. This is tiring. 37, 36, 35, 25 bucks. 32, 31, 30 seconds left. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 3, 2, 21, 20, 19, 18. Yeah. Okay, $20 to go. $20 to go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. No. We didn't do it. Based Alpha Real did gift the sub. And that got us to 130. But that's it. We ran out of time. Wait, 2 tips just came in. One for $2. A $2 tip. From Only Iced Infinite. $2. So now, we're at 132. And then a $2 tip. Another one. What is the $2? Open your wallets, this person says, for $2. Open your wallets. Guys, we're at 134. We didn't do it. Can you believe it? We at 134 and we didn't make it for blueprints. All that work. This is very exhausting. Why is this so exhausting? Why can't we just hit the goal? Why is it so exhausting? Why? 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 I'm just having too much fun with this, is what it is. I'm having too much fun with it. All that work. Well, hold on. I have to go charge my controller. Hold on. I'm going to turn off my controller and go charge it. And we'll see what happens. I received a $2 tip. Come on. $2. Save blueprints, this person says. Another $2 tip. Are you kidding? We are now at 136. What is going on? Come on. All right. Hold on a second. I just received a $16 anonymous tip. 16 bucks. At the same time, a 20 euro super chat just hit from Daniel United 115. So there's a $16 anonymous tip. That gets us to 152. And then there's 20 euros from Daniel United, which is actually the biggest super chat of the day. Which is more than 20, but I'm not going to do the currency conversion. So we actually hit 172 for blueprints. Holy crap.
Oh, and what a shock that was. Anonymous saving the stream yet again. And then tonight is Cast and Chill return of the fishing streams. And despite DSP saying he's never bringing these back, he's retiring them, he brought something special back for the fishing stream.
Since you guys keep asking, I'm going to test it right now. You ready? Ready? It actually works. Look, the hat does work. You can see it. This hat works. Yeah.
And despite DSP stalling for 30 minutes, begging like crazy, even putting a timer for people to support for him, he is bragging that Blueprints was a success. And he says, Blueprints lives on. Once again, we hit a support goal on stream, so expect more endgame content next week. And then goes on to say, It's the premiere of Cast and Chill, a brand new fishing game on PC. And let's see how DSP starts the night stream on Cast and Chill.
Chill Brother says I would ban all of Kick and have some beers to celebrate. Well, how about this, Chill Brother? If you contribute $300 right now and we hit 2 goals, unlocking DSP Tries It tomorrow, I'll turn off the Kick stream. How about that? Let's get some real incentive going. I'll just turn Kick right off. How about that shit? Yes, he has been timed. I timed him off for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you heard that. Not only does DSP hold games hostage, he's now holding Kick streaming platform hostage unless he gets that $300, dude. And the toxicity did not end there, because everyone clowns on DSP for monetizing and paywalling every aspect of his gameplay. Someone suggested, if he catches a fish in Cast and Chill, can they name it for $10? And this was DSP's response.
Save Us GTA 6 says, can we name the fish we catch for $10? No, but I can time you out for $10. If someone does a $10 contribution right now, I will time out Save Us GTA 6 for this stupid suggestion. How about that? Sounds good.
Then DSP also said, in order to get his humor, you have to know 80s comedy. And Phil, most of your audience was born after 2000, but they have to know 80s comedy movies. That tells you how out of touch you are. And look at this. Look how sad and pathetic this is. The AI cutting off the hat, the boat there. Because not only is this a fishing game, it's an 8-bit retro fishing game. Because man, your audience really goes wild for both of those. Then of course, every time he starts up a new game on Steam, he has to get his controller to work. This time, it took him 12 minutes. And then people kept saying throughout the stream, this game is boring, can you play something else? And DSP responded by saying, he will fill their shoes with concrete and throw them in a lake if you say it's boring. And guess what happened? People kept saying, this game is boring, I don't like this, I'm not going to support this. And guess what happened to every single person? Ban, 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 ban. Gone. Forever. And then even the mechanics in the game he couldn't understand is an 8-bit retro fishing game with a controller, and he cannot figure out how to cast his line. And what does he do? The same thing he does in every single game, turns to chat, tell me what to do, dudes. And now DSP's going to explain his scam, Independence Day, which is going to be his Festival Marathon, where he cleans out his closet, and you give him money to put on hats and vests that he's going to retire, but he's not going to get rid of them. He's going to bring them out from time to time after he retires them, for money of course. Which makes you think this is a huge, huge waste of time, even more so than usual DSP stuff. And it's just another scam to beg for money.
Independence Day, okay? It's going to be 3 things in one. It's going to be a marathon where we hang out and have fun and I drink and basically have a good time. But it's also going to be a last time that we do a day where I wear the hats and vests. We haven't done it in like a year. So you guys are going to be voting on hats and vests to wear during that event, and we'll be switching between them for like every $50 of support. We'll do, a new hat, a new vest, a new hat, a new vest, and each time we do it,
it'll be at $50 of support.
So now, let's take a look and see how well the 8-bit retro Cast and Chill went for Darksydephil.
Itchy says, would I consider playing this game with the wheel? The driving wheel accessory. I don't know. Would you consider playing Elden Ring with the bongos from Donkey Kong Bongo? It's the same thing, right? I mean, it's kind of a stupid question. I need 3 more. Can I get 3 more here? I don't know. It's taking a long time. Guys, will we get any more support? Seriously? Like, I really wanted to do something different tonight. It's a brand new game. Similar vibe to when we were doing Bassmaster years ago. Are we actually not going to get support for this? Here we go. Okay. I just have to pee, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, hold on. I felt that coming. I have to pee. So I'll be right back, and then we got another hour of Cast and Chill on this premiere stream. If you like the chill interactive vibes, you like hanging out with me while I do something like this, please support the stream. I wanted to bring back fishing. I have, but I do need people to support it, okay? All right, I'll be right back. Can we get some support for Chill Night Streams, guys? I'm trying something different. This worked 3 years ago when we did fishing. It did. We had good times. We interacted. And people seem to like it. I don't know why people don't like it besides it's 8-bit looking. It's the same vibe of the same things we did 3 years ago. And people have wanted this for a long time. I even wore the hat tonight in honor of it, bringing it back. All right, it would be great if we can get some support. We didn't even get 50 bucks yet. Let's hit the goal. Let's go. We got about 30, 40 minutes left, but we need to make some major, major headway right now. All right, so now we're on Golden Fork River, guys. This is the home stretch of the stream. So last chance to support. Right now, it would be great to get some right on Kick. Basically, we've had nearly no support today. We had a few subs here and there, but nothing consistent. You know, it sucks. I wanted to do something different. People have asked me for years to bring back fishing. I have. I even wore the hat. And I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I did my best. I hope that you guys over here did enjoy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do different, quite frankly. So, last chance to support, guys. I'll be honest. I had a good time chilling with you. It seems like you guys didn't like it as much. And that's disappointing. I was hoping bringing back fishing for the summer would work. I guess not. I can't make people like something. All I could do is try, right? And I felt like giving it a try tonight was worth it. I guess not. So, I still think the game is great. I don't want anyone to get a wrong impression about this game. I actually really like it. I find it very relaxing and fun. For some bizarre reason, people didn't really click with it. I don't know why. You gotta look at it this way. If we can hit a goal of support for Blueprints earlier today, a game that I played over 50 hours in over 2 months. But the first night with this game, we can't even get close. So we didn't even get near 100. I mean, there's a problem. I think the problem is it's maybe too chill. Like, you guys are looking for a game that has more challenge or whatever. I don't think the game is meant to be that. It's meant to be relaxing. It's meant to say, hey, let's hang out. And, you know, again, when I played Bassmaster years ago, that's how we handled it. I don't know why it's not resonating now. New biggest catch, rock bass, 1 pound, 10.
And then DSP started lashing out, and he has now threatened to wage quit Cast and Chill on the very first stream. And I told you before, this is the future of DSP. The very first time, doesn't matter if it's the first stream, it does not hit $150, it is gone, boom. But remember dudes, it's about passion, not money. Then we have this from I Like Sharks. DSP, how about stop begging and your boring yawn? And guess what guys, the money's still not coming in. And we are in 15 minutes of OT. So 30 minutes on the first stream of OT, 15 minutes on this stream. But remember dudes, he doesn't have time to spend with his wife. And then we have a follow-up. Remember last time, Eva Cowboy Fan was talking about fetishes? So now he responds to Mozzie. Thanks, likewise. I'm just worried about what happened on Friday the 13th. But I'll just try to ignore the trolls about it and not derail a stream about it. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. And look at that. Cast and Chill, $62. What a shame. What a shame. And then even though he made the first stream of Blueprints, of course because of Anonymous, the second stream did not make the goal. And it's a 12-minute daily rap all about money. And he titles it, Opposite Day? Blueprints survives again. But Cast and Chill tanks?
It worked. The whole first half of the night, we were talking and engaging. All of a sudden, the second half of the night, everyone started like clammed up. People got bored or left or just were, I don't know, falling asleep. I don't know. And it died. And that's sad. We ended the night only at like 60 bucks. So everyone's like, well, you're going to play it again? I'm like, why would I play it again? You guys told me it was boring. And then no one supported the stream in the second half. All the support came in first hour, nothing second hour. Why would I keep going? You know? And I'll be honest, there's been a big fallout of support on Kick, okay? To give you perspective, I've been streaming 2 days this week. And so far this week, I have about 20 gifted subs on Kick total. I have about 20 gifted subs on Kick total. All right. And it's funny because, you know, my trolls and shitbags combined. They're like, well, you banned everyone. No, I didn't. If you take a look at the people who contribute, I banned one person, Iron Chef Sakai, who had like 2 or 3 sock accounts. He's banned. That's it. No one else is banned. It's for whatever reason now, people aren't really coming by and supporting on Kick. So because of that, that used to help. That used to boost the streams and get us to the goals. It's we're getting one sub here, one sub there, and I'm appreciative of that. I am. For those who are coming by and actually, dropping a sub here or there, I do appreciate it. But basically, you get a night like tonight, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm interacting with the chat. We're having conversation. I'm trying to be as fun as I can while I'm playing this fishing game and learning it. Same exact thing I did 3 years ago with Bassmaster. 3 years ago, everyone loved it, and those streams did amazing. Now, this stream tanks. So I guess that's it for Cast and Chill, all right? But I hope that you will still watch the gameplay and enjoy the game for what it is. I really enjoyed it. I'm sad. I'm legit sad. Here's why. Number one, I thought Blueprints would tank today, and that would be the end of the playthrough. But I thought Cast and Chill, being that we have a track record of fishing games working, would have actually done well. I legit thought we might hit 2 goals tonight, and then we do DSP Tries It tomorrow. Instead, now we're stuck at 18 out of 20, and we're probably not doing it tomorrow unless a miracle happens on the first stream. So, yeah, it is. It's disheartening. I thought it was going to be the opposite, and it was the complete opposite outcome that ended up happening. And now Cast and Chill, a game that I bought and was hoping that we were going to play a bunch, I'm not playing it yet. What can you do, right? So, it is what it is. Enjoy the gameplay. Sad to see it go already so soon, but I think it's a great game, and I hope that you'll give it a look. Okay? So now here's the deal for tomorrow. First half of the stream, things were going good. First off, I put on the fisherman's hat, the same one that I wore during the Bassmaster streams, but I didn't make anyone hit a support goal. I said, I'm just going to wear it tonight because it's been so long. This would be awesome to see the hat come back, right? So I did. And so I wore the hat all night, and actually, it worked okay with the new camera angle. It definitely wasn't perfect. It was phasing in and out partially, but it actually did work decently, I would say, okay? First half of the night, lots of conversation, lots of fun chill. We're going back and forth, having good talks and everything, interactions while I'm fishing.
And now Tuesday. And the first thing we look at is not only is modern DSP being discovered, classic DSP is being discovered. As Shitpost 2049 points out, game journalists tries using their parenting skill while delivering packages in Death Stranding and fails. And I found this funny, that a lot of people outside this DSP verse are finding out by DSP, and we have James J. God. For some reason, negative posts from 10 plus accounts about this dude have been on my timeline since the new Doom game came out. Finally, I got curious, so I asked Grok who DSP was. And then 3 laughing emojis. Famous incident. In 2016, he accidentally streamed himself masturbating before a Neo demo, claiming he didn't know the camera was on, leading to widespread mockery. In 2022, he rage quit Kirby and the Forgotten Land, comparing to Dark Souls, further sparking further criticism. And this is something DSP's been doing as of late, even though people for years have been asking him, shorten the podcast, get rid of the podcast, whatever, just get in the gameplay faster, get some more gameplay in. And he kept saying, no, you're a fucking moron, you don't know what you're talking about, ban, ban, ban. And now he's doing it. So whenever DSP says, I can't do something, it means I'm too lazy to do it. And years later, he'll take that, present it as his own idea, and be like, I'm so great, I have such a big brain. And he put this out on Twitter. On Tuesday, there is no podcast. Instead, we jump right into the premiere of my Onimusha 2 remastered playthrough for 4 hours of gameplay on the first stream. If we hit 2 goals, which is $300, it's DSP Tries It. And the late shift is a return of late night chill Minecraft streaming. Then look at that, another stream he opens up saying, guys, it looks like I've been crying, but I haven't, it's just hot in here, dude. I just put eye drops in, dude. It's the air conditioner, dude. I definitely was not crying, dude. And he has to make a point of it to specifically say, I have not been crying. Something is up there, dudes. And DSP opens up the stream begging like a bitch. Come on, guys, please give me money, give me $300 so I can eat pizza, dude. And of course, on this day, he said he never got food while shopping for today, Tuesday, even though he always says his freezer, his fridge, everything is full of food. But somehow, in less than a week, he keeps running out of food. This is 2nd week in a row for this, by the way. You're telling me Cat's eating that much food? So guys, this would be a good idea. Give me $300, I have food to eat, and this is absolutely pathetic. He's basically begging for money so he can eat. But remember, he's a success. He's not destitute, but he's begging for food now.
Okay, so today, 4 hours of Onimusha 2 HD. This should be a good stream. If it's anything like the first game, and I'm assuming it's better because it's the sequel, some people have told me this is actually the best game in the series for them. They love this one. I think this is going to be a great playthrough. I'm definitely excited. I hope that you guys are too. Chill time and good fun. Now, where are we this week with everything that's going on? Well, yesterday was a mix. The first stream of Blueprints, we actually hit the goal. It took some rallying, but we actually hit a support goal and got to 18 out of 20 goals hit. But last night, Cast and Chill, it just didn't resonate, and it's sad because I liked it. I really liked Cast and Chill. I thought it was a great game. That's the kind of game I would love to continue playing and do chill nights, but people just sat here complaining all night. Wow, this game is boring. I don't like the graphics because it's pixel art. There's not enough going on in a fishing game, even though it's a fishing game that's meant to be a chill game. What did you expect would happen? Grizzly bears would come and try to eat you in the boat? It's a fishing game. It's called Cast and Chill. I don't know. So Cast and Chill didn't do well. So because of that, number one, I'm not playing it again because people didn't want it or like it. And number two, we didn't hit any goals, so we're at 18 out of 20. So here's the deal with today. If we hit 2 goals on this stream, this 4+ hour Onimusha 2 stream, we will be doing DSP Tries It mod pizza today on this stream. And I'm going to order 2 pizzas, the thin crust and the thick crust style, 2 different topping combinations, and we'll be trying them head to head. I don't know if I'll get an appetizer. I don't even know if they have anything, or dessert. I don't know what they have. I'll have to look. But we will do the whole mod pizza taste test. DSP Tries It. And it should be fun. Okay? But we have to hit 2 goals on this stream. Do I think we're going to hit 2 support goals on this stream? Probably not. But you never say never, because there's been times when I had absolutely no idea that we would be doing well, and we did really well. You know, so who knows? It could happen, but I don't think it will happen, right? Okay.
And look at that 150-pound super chat from Daniel United 115. It's amazing when DSP says, we need to hit the goals. It'd be great if we got multiple goals today. Then all of a sudden, you have people you've never seen before dropping hundreds of dollars. Almost like it was prearranged. And the premiere of Onimusha 2 was absolutely horrible. It was a disaster. DSP with his humor, and I use humor in quotes, being racist, sexist, and of course, when you see a woman's back, he's got to get all weird with it. And Darksydephil came out.
Look at this poor guy. Oh, it's the woman. Oh, jeez, her baby, come on. And then they lit them on fire. Yikes. Messed up. What a sad story. Ah! They even lit me up. My arm is on fire. Ah! Everything's burning. Everything's burning. Nobunaga, you piece of shit. Get me. You son of a bitch. There he is. Demon Nobunaga. So he didn't die. The power of the snake. He's like a Orochimaru from Naruto. Damn, he even snapped their play drums. The child's toy he had to destroy. That is complete decimation. Whoa, look at this guy. Big burly dude. AK? I mean, whoa, he's a drunk. He's a drunk. Very nice. All right. Wait, that's a guy? That's a guy? Oh, God. Oh, great. I guess it's supposed to be comic relief or something. It's Japanese Gambit, played by Channing Tatum. This is the gunman. He uses all guns. That's kind of cool. Very ceremonial dancing maneuvers as he fires his weapons. Now, wait a minute. Why does the scene with the woman open up with her naked in a waterfall? What is going on here? What is with the Japanese, man? All the dudes are fine. The woman has to be completely nude in the waterfall. I see how it is. These perverted Japanese. She doesn't even get a full name. She just gets 3 letters. Like, that's supposed to be a name. Come on. Why isn't this guy nude right now? Why doesn't we see his twig and berries right now? Well, I don't get it. Why don't we have 4 naked dudes in the bathhouse rubbing each other down with oils if we're gonna have the woman in the waterfall? I don't think it's fair treatment. I'm sorry, I have to protest. I'm filing a formal complaint to this game that came out in 2006.
Heard about a demon attack on his hometown, Yagyu Village. Feeling the ominous presentiment in his heart, he desperately raced back home.
Very racist stuff, let me tell you. Anyway, they're a gift. Oh, they're for OU. When we recruit the woman, you give them to her. What is he doing with... Wait a minute. What is he doing with women's boots? Uh-oh. I think we know what this guy likes to do after hours. He likes to perform in the drag race, if you know what I mean. No, it looks like it's from the original. It's a baby. Oh my god, look at that. Flaming arrow. 3rd time this week. Oh no. We should have fireproofed our homes by now. Son of a bitch. Whoa. Oh, this is messed up. Come on. It's not bad enough you're burning their homes. Now you gotta impale them too on tridents. That's right. Stand up. Oh, look at this. Hidden ninja, bitch. No way. He's gonna kill the guy? Aw. I thought, wow, the townspeople are sticking up for themselves. That's dope. But then he got fucked up anyway. Oh shit, look at this guy. Whoa. Nice. That was amazing. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. They're demons. Well, that ain't gonna work then. Damn it. That really... Damn, that's kind of overkill, don't you think? Nothing from anyone watching on Kit. 0. Now, I'm looking at some of you guys that watch and support before, so I don't know what's going on over there. We got 0 support. We haven't got a single sub. So let's get some subs going. Let's get some super chats, some tips, some memberships. Let's get a little bit of momentum. Let's hit it, but we have to do it in the next 45 minutes. If it's 3:30 and we didn't hit it, we're not doing it. All right? We'll have to wait. Okay? Okay. Oh, I can't look at him. I can't look at a man. I can wear an outfit that completely exposes my top, but I can't look at a man. Like, look, what is the purpose of there being a cutout right there above her boobs? What does that serve exactly?
But it's yours now for saving my life.
Thank you. By the way, I never did get your name.
My name is Oyu. I'm from Odani.
So you were related to Asai.
And then he turns to Kick and says, "It's ridiculous that Kick hasn't supported yet, not even with a single sub. And because of it, he won't hit the goal and can't get pizza. What a baby back bitch." Then would you look at that? A fake, anonymous $39 tip to hit the goal. What a shock, the exact amount to hit the goal. And he got his pizza, and we got more faces exactly like this. And you can tell DSP is not like other reviewers, because usually a reviewer would take one item of each one, so one slice of thin crust, one of thick crust, and compare them. Not DSP, he has to get 3 slices of each one to tell you how it tastes. And you wonder why your torso is so fat and your wife looks like she ate a blueberry in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And look at all these faces, absolutely disgusting. And remember, DSP always says, reviews are bullshit. Don't listen to them. They're just sellouts. Well, guess what? DSP is now reviewing food. And he puts this as the thumbnail. Is mod pizza actually good? And I like to point out what he does here. He'll take a frame from the video and just put text over top of it. 2 different texts, by the way, and 2 different colors. And this, remember, this thumbnail here is what he rushes to do. And he said, thumbnails like this take him hours to do. And now we get to the night stream, Minecraft. It's so chill that DSP is going to go on a rant about Kino Casino, Darksydephil, and a conspiracy that Darksydephil is a double agent for Kino Casino, and he's here to ruin Phil's good time.
All right, so now the question you're all waiting for the answer for. Actually, no, I know Darksydephil it. So here's the deal. Darksydephil asked me a question. Darksydephil asked me, do I think that he is a troll? Or do I still think that he is a troll? But the only way to answer that question is to explain the situation, because most of you have no idea who Darksydephil is, nor would you understand why he would even ask me that question, okay? So allow me to explain. As you all know, last year, I did a big crossover thing with the Kino Casino. We went on each other's content several times. We did some crossover gameplay a couple of times. We talked about each other on each side in a very positive manner. Now, overall, we all kind of knew what was really going on. I don't think that either side actually really liked the other side that much, okay? But we realized that doing this crossover event was profitable. It was something different, right? Normally, I wouldn't work with people who would be considered my detractors. Normally, they wouldn't work with people who they would consider LOLCOWs to make fun of, even though they're LOLCOWs themselves and they know that, right? So during this arc of, what was it, like 8 months, okay, that I was working with them and doing stuff with them, a lot of their viewership came over and started watching me in a very positive light, you know, because the casino was always talking positively about me. It meant that their viewers thought of me in a positive way. And I think some of the viewers got the joke and some didn't. But either way, a lot of people came over and started watching my stuff. And then I started streaming on Kick back in, what was it, October? And, you know, when I started streaming on Kick, I didn't know how it was going to go. I was co-streaming. It was the first time I had ever done that. And there's tech stuff to do and things I had to work out and stuff like that, right? And so, basically, I enjoyed streaming on Kick because it wasn't really much extra work. I just had to read 2 chats at the same time. However, I definitely needed people to help me moderate on Kick, because Kick is like the Wild West, right? I didn't have stuff set up for moderation or anything. I didn't really want to have too many bots running in the chat to make it too overly moderated. I wanted people to feel like they could say more. Maybe this, like, Kick is the risque place to watch me stream, where you can say and do things you couldn't really do on YouTube, okay? So that's how we treated it. And while that was happening, a whole bunch of people who were fans of Kino Casino became moderators. They all volunteered to be moderators for me during that time period, okay? Now, this entire time that this was going down, I always knew from day one I was not going to be cool with Kino Casino. I didn't know if it was going to be me turning on them or them turning on me or a mutual thing. I just knew it wasn't going to last. So I kind of knew I was working on bided time, but I wanted to make the best of it. All right, and I feel like I did. I feel like we did great content for the few months that we were doing shit together. It all worked out fine. They've gotten what they wanted out of it, right? They've now done 1 million specials on me. They had guests. They made tons of money as a result. I got what I wanted out of it. I made a ton of money. I'm actually doing much better now than I was before I ever worked with them. I mean, just take a look at my setup and everything, right? It was basically all a means to an end, and I think both sides have come out on top since then. So, honestly, it's all good. I really don't give 2 shits. I know they'll continue to talk shit about me forever. As you know, I don't really give a shit. I have 1 million other people who talk shit about me every day. They certainly won't be the worst ones, so I don't really care. And to me, it's all water under the bridge, all right? However, when there was the falling out, okay, and basically it all came to an end, I didn't know what was going to happen with these people now who are on my Kick chat every day, some of them moderators now, who were actually big-time fans of the casino. Like, for example, I know for a fact Darksydephil, it's not his real name, all right? He's a fan of the casino. He ended up watching me and wanting to moderate for me because he wanted to kind of help out with all of that, okay? Now, what ended up happening was, initially, when there was the falling out, what was it, a little over 2 months ago, something like that, the casino did like a whole week, 2 weeks of content based around me on and off. They had guests on and everything. And basically what happened was there was a few nights where things got really out of hand, where the viewers from there would come over here to the chat and go crazy, and the chat would be all negativity and stuff like that. So I knew that was going to happen as a result. I always knew it, knew that it would die down and it would end, which it has, right? But what ended up happening was, initially, that first night, I remember it was a Friday night. Here I am, I was trying to play fighting games. I was trying to play retro fighting games against really good players from my past. You know, people who, back in the day, I'd played Street Fighter with in real life in arcades and tournaments. So it's really tough. I can't be moderating chat, all right, when I'm actually playing Street Fighter. There's no way. So this night, I don't know if it actually was Kino Casino or if it was just the viewers or whatever. A whole bunch of people came into the chat and just started trolling, hardcore troll. This wasn't like a couple people. This was like 50 to 100 people came in out of nowhere, spamming the chat with toxic stuff. Okay, so obviously I can't allow that to happen. We got to try to moderate it, right? Now here's the weird thing. I had moderators that night. 100%. I had moderators that night sitting in chat, and then all of a sudden, as if on cue, when these raiders came in to make the chat toxic, all the moderators disappeared. Where did they go? Where are they? And then after like a half an hour of it happening, they all left, and then the moderators returned. Then all of a sudden, they came back in, and the moderators disappeared again. I think you see the pattern here. This was a orchestrated thing, a calculated thing, where the casino wanted to, or the fans of the casino, I can't 100% blame them because I don't know. I'm not watching their content. I'm doing my own stream, right? This was all meant purposefully to try to make my stream suffer that night. Let's troll Phil tonight. Let's make him be pissed off tonight when he's trying to play fighting games. Let's distract him, and let's just fuck his stream up, right? So Darksydephil, you were one of the moderators here that night, all right? So let me ask, since we're fishing, let me ask Darksydephil a series of questions, all right? He's here. Question number 1 to Darksydephil. Are you not a big fan of Kino Casino who then started attending my streams and wanted to moderate as a result of that collaboration? Is that a fair statement to make? You're not just someone who just showed up randomly. You actually were a fan of them, and then you became a fan of me. Is that a correct statement? Let's see. You can tag me in the chat to answer so I know that you're speaking to me. And I don't mean real fan. I mean that you were watching the content, you volunteered to moderate. It wasn't like you were just someone off the street who ran into me randomly online and said, oh, I like Phil. It's because of the casino collaboration. Correct? Is that a correct statement? He says, I got a pair of boots. He says that he didn't know about the casino till I collabed with them. I came to your kick from YouTube, but when you guys collabed, I did check out their content. Well, I didn't know that. I've been told otherwise. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I've been told otherwise. Okay, so just so you know, the actions that I took that night were a direct result of evidence presented to me, not just me acting harshly or because I was angry, but because people, contacted me and said, hey, look, this is going on, and here's, what's happening, and, this guy, it's not just you, it's others as well, all right? But that basically, what was shown to me is that most of the mods at that time that I had on the channel were casino fans, and now they were going to start acting badly against me because the casino collab had broken off, and it had broken off badly, right? And because of that, now there's going to be, oh, I'm here to mod, and then you just sit back and don't do nothing, right? Oh, I'm not here. What are you talking about, Kind of like leaning back in the lawn chair and saying I'm not going to take any action when there's a fight going on in the street or something like that. So anyway, what I saw happening that night literally was Darksydephil, and not just Darksydephil, but a couple other moderators were not moderating. They were in the chat. You could see them there. But then they would sit back and do nothing when all these trolls, I mean, we're not talking it was easily missable. We're talking 50 to 100 assholes were coming into the chat spamming, okay? So that day, a bunch of people got demodded or banned. I had to look for a couple new mods, which I did get in there. And essentially, that's what happened that night. Okay? So Darksydephil is responding. He says, while I was modding for you, I was watching blank content. I don't know what that means, because block. That is true. I don't feel I ever went out of my way to deliberately hurt you on behalf of trolling for Kino. That doesn't do much for me. Well, I'm not saying you trolled me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you were a moderator for me, and you actively chose not to mod when you knew that moderation action needed to take place. That's an act of protest, is what it is. You're basically saying, oh, well, fuck Phil, because he screwed the casino, or he, you know, he treated them badly, so I'm going to fuck him over by not moderating now, okay? So I hope you understand that's the perspective I had. That's the evidence that was presented to me, because I'm going to tell you right now, conversations were shown of certain people, including my moderation staff, that were talking about this and everything. So I know all about it. All right? I know all about it. You pretend as much as you want. I know all about it. Okay? So we all put up fronts and put on masks and lie publicly. I know the real story about what really happened that night. Okay? Fair enough? All right, now. Do I actually think that Darksydephil is a troll? No, I don't. Not at all. I think that Darksydephil is a fan of Kino Casino who does like to laugh at me, but at the same time doesn't harbor any ill will towards me. I don't think that Darksydephil wants to see my business fail. I don't think that Darksydephil wants my family to be hurt. You know what I mean? Now, if I do something stupid, he wants to laugh at me and make fun of me just like everybody else, okay? And here's the truth. I don't mind that at all. I put myself on the internet publicly every single day. That's my choice, okay? So if people watch me and publicly make fun of me or whatever, that's because I put myself on the internet to be a subject of ridicule, right? That's all well and good, okay? But the truth is that there are people who actively are out there right now who are seeking to harm me, my business, my family, my reputation, all of that stuff, okay? So for me, I can't have people who are like towing the line of, oh, if I feel like moderating tonight and helping, I will, but I'm in a bad mood now because Phil, you know, said something or did something, so I'm not going to. So I can't have mods like that, you understand? There's people who modded for me who I trusted and kind of betrayed that trust, and I can't have them mod again. So with a guy like Darksydephil, I don't mind him being in chat. He's welcome here. I'm also aware that a lot of the times he's referencing Detractor memes. Why? Because I know he watches Detractor content, and I know he watches the casino. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Watch what you want. As long as you don't take that toxicity into my content, then I don't give a shit. Okay? I just hope that then I don't give a shit. Okay? I just hope that air is clear. I am not here. I'm a creator. I'm a streamer. I'm not here to police you in your life. If you like the casino, if you like my detractors, whatever, go watch them. I don't give a shit. Just don't bring that to my streams. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring that baggage. Bane of Arthropods 4 book, okay? So as long as you don't, you're welcome here. And I'm aware there's a lot of people that they sit here, they reference the detractor memes, and they do all that stuff. Whatever. As long as you're not inundating the chat, if you're making it, as long as you're being a part of the fun, and you're not making it so that people who don't want to participate in that now don't feel welcome, or like it's a good old boys club where only people who make fun of Phil are welcome here. You know what I'm saying? That's not allowed. I want everyone to come here and feel like they can hang out and chill with me and have a good time with my content. That's the purpose. Like right now, in our real world, we've got some serious crap going on. We've got stuff across the globe that's breaking out, protests and military actions. People that come to the DSP gaming stream, they want to unwind and not to be stressed out. And if they're coming here to unwind and stress out, and the entire chat is a bunch of people just talking shit about me, they can't do that. They're like, oh man, now I'm stressed out again. I'm equally stressed out. I just wanted to hang out with Phil, and now we can't even have a good time because of that. You understand? So I don't care what you watch. I don't care who you like. Just please don't bring it to my content. You understand? That's it. So, and that's the thing, like, a lot of people think, oh, Phil categorizes everyone into the troll category. No, I don't. No. Trolls, in my opinion, there's two kinds of trolls, real trolls. Number one, trolls are people who are malicious and want to hurt you just because they can, okay? Not because it actively has like, oh, this is something I'm doing to campaign to make someone get better or change their content or you know, be a better person. It's, I just want to elicit pain in someone and get away with it. That's a troll, Okay? Someone who just watches my stuff and makes fun. That's not even trolling, in my opinion. I don't even think that, okay? Now, the other kind of trolls are professional. The other kind of trolls, all right, that are out there are actually the professional trolls. What do I mean by that? These are people who literally are trying to make a living, and in some cases do, by riding on my coattails in a very toxic way. They don't care what they say and do to get over. They don't care that they're outright lying and maliciously twisting things for drama purposes. It gets them clickbait views, so they don't give a shit. They'll say things like, Phil said that the CEO of a company should be thrown into the street and shot, when literally I never said that. Not once did those words come out of my mouth, but they'll actually say it in a video, publish it on YouTube, and act like that's okay. It's not. That's actual slander, defamation, whatever you want to consider it. That I can take legal action against that person, sue them, win, have their channel taken down, and take all of the profits away from them that they made on their channel. Just on that one video is enough. Okay? But you guys know me. I'm not someone who's going to be taking legal action against anyone. I'm just a normal guy who plays games and has fun. All right? That's what it's all about for me. So, I let it slide, and then people think that, you know, because I'm a nice guy, because I don't take that action, because I don't want to cause a frivolous, endless loop of suing and nonsense, okay? That's going to be painful for everyone associated with YouTube in general. Because I don't want to do that. All of a sudden, it's open season on Phil. So now we can say and do whatever we want. We can literally lie. We can take everything out of context. Here, let's take the one moment from Doom where Phil wasn't playing it like Doom because you're not supposed to, because it's a room full of explosive barrels, and say that's how he played the whole game and he sucks at Doom. Oh, let's take this out of context. Let's do that. And these people have not only made a ridiculous amount of money on my back, lying about me and saying these awful things, but also they've gotten tons of internet clout, popularity, likes, clicks, retweets on all their content. Okay? It's completely illegal. 100%. And it could be ended in a moment's notice, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not a frivolous lawsuit guy. I don't have the time and money to really be dealing with that. Okay? I just don't. I'd much rather sit here and make positive content for you guys. All right? So that's another kind of troll. So either someone who outright wants to hurt someone just because they can get away with it and somehow they get some kind of feeling of confirmation of existence and positivity because they hurt someone and they got away with it, or someone who actually does it for personal financial gain, hoping to actually make a buck lying about someone. Those are trolls. That's who I consider my trolls. Not someone who watches Casino or someone else making fun of me and like, I don't care about that. Do it all day. I don't give a shit. You know, I literally have not seen a single piece of Kino Casino or any Detractor content in many, many months. I don't care. I don't pay any attention to it. It's only when you guys bring it up on my streams that I know anything about it whatsoever. It's the only time, literally. And even when people, hey, Phil, did you hear about this? I don't care. I don't want to know about it. I got my own shit, my own life I'm dealing with. I don't need to deal with their bullshit, what they're saying or doing. I don't care. Leave me alone. All right? And it's working. If you haven't noticed, take a look. Here we are. It's June of 2025. The arc is long gone, and I'm still doing good. I still got people coming, hanging out, engaging. I got people coming, supporting. We're hitting goals. Things are good right now. Better than before. Way better than ever. So, I'm good. So you don't have to worry. Darksydephil and others who like to watch me, ironic watchers or whatever, I don't care. However, if you do come in here and you LARP, and what I mean by that is you're coming in here acting like you actually want to watch, but you're waiting there in the wings just so you can just all of a sudden say something fucked up and disgusting and insulting. You're a LARPer. And LARPer, yeah, you're not going to be here long. If I notice it, you're going to be out of here. Okay? So just laying down the law here. All right? Cool.
And of course, DSP hit 2 goals in the previous stream. However, he gets to the night stream and he demands more money for the next goal. This man has endless greed. You hit 1 goal. How about the next goal, dude? You hit that goal. Next goal, dude. I've never seen anyone that was this greedy and had no shame. But the ironic part is, no matter how much money he gets, he never keeps it. Because as soon as he gets it, WWE Champions, DoorDash, Jin, it's all gone. Poof, in a moment.
Okay, so guys, thank you for all the support earlier today. Now, we're working towards 30 goals, and as we said, the 3 possibilities we're thinking of right now would be a local barbecue joint, the Fantastic Four pizza from Little Caesars, or the new Takis menu coming to Wendy's, okay? All 3 very different options, obviously. I'd like to hear your opinions on that. We'll talk about it more in depth tomorrow, but let's tonight have a great time with Minecraft, and let's hit the goals, right? Let's hit some goals tonight. Let's get to the next goal, start working towards 30, okay? Let's do it. Let's get set up. And let's chill in a couple hours in Minecraft tonight.
And you know, DSP's ego is very, very thin. That is why when he brought up the idea of DSP smells it with Cologne, and the trolls and detractors laughed at it, even his regular viewers, Dolphins and Whales, said it's a bad idea. But DSP can't let it go. And he says it's only negative people that try to tear him down that don't like the idea, which makes me think, since he's in control of these rewards now, and he won't let anyone choose what the rewards are, like viewer's choice, he is gonna force this on people in the future, I guarantee it.
I got a $1.32 tip. Any chance we can do Cologne reviews as the next reward? No. No, I already told you. I explained this to you again and again. I came up with this idea. I honestly didn't even flush it out too much yet. But the idea was that I was going to start reviewing colognes. What I would do is get one, present you with the bottle, the presentation, tell you the price point, tell you what it smells like, you know, tell you what it smells like on me, and then tell you my experience with how long it lasts or whatever, and give you like an overall review. It would probably take like 15 minutes plus to fully review a cologne. Okay? Now, I thought that would be a good idea. Not to say that that was the whole idea or that it wouldn't change over time, but the moment I presented the idea on stream, everyone just laughed and said, oh, it's the worst idea you've ever had. So fine, then we're not doing it. I don't care. I really don't care if after the fact people are like, oh, we take it back, we didn't mean it. No, I don't give a shit. If you wanted to be nasty to me and you wanted to be disrespectful to me because I had a different idea, all right, and you just immediately wanted to make fun of me and shoot it down and say it was bad, then I'm literally never doing it under any circumstance. Now you will not get it. Because here's what I think happened, okay? Some people genuinely thought the idea would be all right just to try once, give it a shot. But, of course, the shitheads out there are like, well, this is going to be the worst thing ever. So they told me so and said, horrible idea, and they all made fun of me. But then they expected me to still do it. Like, well, we want you to still do it anyway so that we can make fun of it. No. No, you fucking idiots. You're the reason it's never going to happen because you're that fucking stupid. If you had just shut the fuck up and said, okay, yeah, do it, then I would have tried it. And it might have failed. But now I'm just not going to do it, and I'm going to torture you. I'm literally going to torture you as you think every day that you could have made fun of this, and now you never can because you're so fucking dumb. Okay. Yes, it is the win I think it is. It absolutely is the win that I think it is. Because the moment that people keep bringing it up, I get to laugh. And laugh at how stupid you actually are. That you, because you opened your big fucking dumb bowels before you thought for 1 second first, you actually shut down the thing that you wanted. Get it? You're that dumb. Every moment, I want you to look in the fucking mirror and say, wow, I'm a dumb fuck because I told DSP that was a bad idea and it would have been comedy gold.
And despite DSP ending his wrestling show after WrestleMania, he is still paying for Netflix and not watching anything on Netflix for the past 2 months. So last week, DSP said he cannot eat barbecue because of his gout. And then this week he said, oh, I can eat barbecue for DSP Tries It, which make sense. And now someone suggested it again for the next reward. However, DSP is looking at the menu and saying it's too expensive. This man is getting $1,500 to eat food, and he's complaining the food that he's eating is too expensive. What a jackass.
Like, seriously. For a barbecue chicken sandwich, which is just slow cooker chicken, okay, barbecue flavored with fries, $18 for one sandwich and fries, not even a drink. The brisket sandwich is $24. Like, oh my God. So the problem there is, how would I honestly do a good DSP Tries It where I show you a variety of foods when I would have to spend like $90. You know what I mean? Like, the 2-meat platter, just 2 meats with coleslaw and maybe even not even, okay, it's 2 meats and 2 sides. $43. Holy shit. $43? Like, some of this stuff looks amazing. There's a platter, 3 pork ribs, brisket, a quarter of a chicken, chopped pork, and 2 sides, $53. I mean, but then it's $53 for my meal. Quite frankly, I shouldn't even be eating this stuff. That's kind of the problem, too. Like, look at what we had today. Today with the pizzas, right? So one pizza had chicken, sausage, and a bunch of veggies and cheese. That's fine. The other pizza had a little bit of Canadian bacon. That's okay. But this is literally a bunch of heavy red meat that I'm not supposed to eat. The pork ribs and the brisket and chopped pork. All 3 things I'm not supposed to have. You see?
And despite DSP saying last week, I do beg for money. I have to. Otherwise, people don't give me money. He thinks that is success. And he's now going to say that all the trolls, all the detractors are jealous of his life because he begs for money and shames himself every single day. He's got a wife that hates him, a cat, son that hates him, his micro penis doesn't work, and he says the detractors, the trolls, they don't affect him. Then explain this, Phil. You ended your bloodline. You refuse to have kids because of the trolls and detractors. If anything, they control your life more than you think.
Okay. Yes, it is the win I think it is. It absolutely is the win that I think it is. Because the moment that people keep bringing it up, I get to laugh. And laugh at how stupid you actually are. That you, because you opened your big fucking dumb bowels before you thought for 1 second first, you actually shut down the thing that you wanted. Get it? You're that dumb. Every moment I want you to look in the fucking mirror and say, wow, I'm a dumb fuck because I told DSP that was a bad idea and it would have been comedy gold.
Then we have this super chat from Jason White. Just trying to help out because it seems like support is low tonight. Your view count is very low as well. We need more people to contribute. And of course, DSP had to respond to this because, you know, it's DSP.
Jason, thanks for the super chat. However, it is not your place to criticize either viewer count on the stream nor the level of support that's being given. That's up to me and my prerogative, not yours. So thanks for the super chat, but don't bring it up and, you know, basically stay in your lane. Because it is disrespectful to try to step on someone's toes, especially a streamer, and try to speak up for them. It's not your job.
And now, DSP's going to reveal a secret about Kick. And spoilers is that he's in the partner program. And anyone that trolls him on Kick is actually giving him money. Now, Phil, in the past few weeks, you have claimed that attendance is down, support is down on Kick. You don't know what's going on. Do you really think that saying something like this is going to help people improve attendance and support?
Thing is off. All right, but I got a secret. You ready? So what is the best kept secret of me and the trolls that are on my Kick chat? Are you ready for this? Here's the best kept secret. I get paid for them to be there because I'm in the Kick partner program. And I get paid for every moron who sits in that chat and trolls me. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
And of course, in reality, he gets like $2 a stream to be in the partner program. Not even enough for a Hulk Hogan dick pic poll. And now DSP is going to complain that he's getting no support on Kick. And talk about how ICS had a bunch of sock accounts giving him money on Kick, but now they're all gone.
We've had only one legit gifted sub all day long, guys. So it's pretty easy to figure out what's going on. It's the Kick support has dwindled entirely. I'm curious, do you guys actually think that these are all sock accounts of ICS? I don't know, they very well could be. All these people who were supporting, do you think they're all ICS? I mean, I know that's the meme, but is there any truth to it? At this point, you gotta wonder, what's going on that we had so few support right now? But then again, I mean, he could easily just make another account anyway, so I don't know. I don't know about the validity of that.
and the money's still not coming in for Minecraft. And you know what that means? When support is low, DSP is now threatening to wage quit Minecraft if he doesn't hit the goal. And DSP did not hit the goal at all, and now he's gonna complain and seethe and cope with low support for Minecraft.
Alright guys, so thank you for those who did chill and support, but sadly, we did not hit the goal. I don't know what else to say. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it like a baby, but it would have been nice to get good momentum and start hitting towards our goals for the next DSP Tries It tonight. I don't know what happened. I thought we had a good time. I had a good time. I liked talking with you candidly about stuff and giving you matter-of-fact answers. I hope that you liked that conversation that we had, okay? Okay. I'm glad that you liked the stream, The Blimp. I hope that you all enjoyed it. All right, hold on. Okay. Back.
And we went into major overtime. Him just stalling and stalling and stalling, and guess what? The money never came. But then he put the slideshow on for 10 minutes and he came back and he did the same thing he does every single time, and he said, I have received nothing. I just want to say bye. And you can tell he's pissed when he does this. Even though he got over $300 in the first stream, he expected more tonight. And look at this, absolutely pathetic. So remember earlier when he revealed his big secret about Kick and getting paid? That's how he titles the Minecraft stream. Phil reveals a huge secret, part 30, DSP's return to Minecraft. And now we get the Wednesday, where DSP is going to get mocked yet again and fail over and over in Mario Kart. But we start today with a throwback from That Being Said, who shows off Phil in his Twitch chat. I know all about budgeting, but sadly it's impossible when you're in my line of work and you never know what you're gonna make. That's always been the problem with me. I cannot actually budget out of anything because things change so much. Keep in mind too, he gets paid once a month and he can see his analytics. And I find it's hilarious that DSP has a business degree with a major in finances, but doesn't know how to budget. Make that make sense. And now DSP is going to get mocked yet again, this time by Terrorizer.
Yeah. Didn't he do a subathon and it lasted like 12 minutes because no.
No, that was Lacey. That was Lacey from FaZe.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure DSP did something and he was complaining about no one contributing to the community.
He's always complaining about that. That's interesting.
My favorite is when he complained about people not showing up to his Pokemon stream. Why is the attendance so low? I said attendance. I expect people to show up.
Give me red shells for
fuck. Oh, just being rammed in the wind the whole time, huh? Like a needle.
Right dead center of the black hole, huh?
Ah, back to the beginning, huh?
W tornado. Huge.
Ah, Tyler got stuck behind the fan that helped him, huh?
Chariot, come on!
Okay, there's nothing I can do. This game's dog shit.
Then if you remember, the previous day, DSP was begging like a crackhead, and nobody could figure out why he wants so much money so fast. And then we see this. WWE Champion's new Speed Tour is live. Your new daily warm-up. That is right, it's daily. And when did this start? June 17th, yesterday. What a coincidence. Then look at this, look at these views. Absolutely disgusting. Between 124 views and 255 views. Remember, he's been doing this for 18 years, dude. And then people kept posting DSP pictures and memes under Subway, and Subway got so pissed they started hiding all the replies. And we have Darksydephil, TFW, Jared Fogle is part of your legacy, but Phil Burnell is the bridge too far. And now DSP is gonna complain that his audience is complaining about games he's playing. And he's telling them, that's too bad. You're gonna watch this and you're gonna like it, dudes.
The game looks amazing. I'm blown away. That 1,000,000% I'll be playing, and you guys better watch and engage in support with it, goddammit, because that looks great. And I don't want to hear, oh, but it's Nintendo kitty game. Oh, why is he playing it? Because it's fucking good. Get used to it. I'm playing good games, and you're going to like it. I've had enough of people complaining and whining when I'm playing a great game. Oh, why is he playing that? Why isn't he playing the millionth Soulsborne spin-off or an online game that sucks with lag? Because I like good games. Prepare your butts. I'm playing a good one in July. Deal with it. Okay.
And of course, the game he's talking about there is the Donkey Kong game. Despite the last few weeks, him shitting all over Switch 2 and the games, and saying how Nintendo's a bad company, he now wants people to be hyped for when he's playing Nintendo games. Make that make sense. And then DSP was complaining, he has gout, and he can't eat barbecue, he can't eat red meat. So guess what he's looking at for DSP Tries It? Red meat and barbecue. I'm telling you, every single aspect of DSP's life is ruined by DSP. And then DSP made a poll about the next DSP Tries It, and people wanted barbecue. And DSP said, well, I don't care about the poll, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Why did you make the poll in the first place then, Phil? It's the illusion of choice that DSP has. And despite people wanting barbecue, DSP is now gonna say, screw the poll, I'm doing Wendy's, get used to it, like it, or get the fuck out.
It. For the 30 goals hit will be the Wendy's Takis meal. We can do it as soon as Friday because it comes out on Friday. But I can't get it before then because they're not going to sell it before then. So if we hit 10 goals in 3 days, we'll do it Friday. Let's do it. Let's hit 2 goals a stream for the next 5 streams, and let's do DSP Tries It, the Takis meal on Friday. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like it's achievable. That sounds like it's what we're reaching for. 2 goals now. Yes. Yes. Let's do it. Back of my head says, I'm not contributing for Wendy's. Fuck that shit. Back of my head, you never contributed to begin with. You're a leech and a loser. You're one of these people who just, you knuckle drag, right? Oh, ooga booga. I do what I'm told. Everyone says DSP's bad, so I sit in this chat and I badmouth him. Ooga booga booga. Ooh. So there you go. Anyway.
And now DSP is going to go on yet another rant of why the detractors are jealous of him. And of course, the same thing over and over again. His wife, his cat son, his success, even though he admits he has to beg people for money, otherwise they're not going to give him money. And why would we be jealous of you, Phil? Because your fat wife that doesn't love you, your cat son that hates you, your micro penis that's broken.
People actually say things like, why would we be jealous of you? Well, let's see. Because at any given moment, I could turn on a camera, I could talk about whatever I want, I could do whatever I want, I could have a good time, and I make a good living doing it, and I'm happy, and I'm married, and I'm successful. You are a loser sitting at home behind your keyboard, typing horrible things about me and my family because you're jealous. Sorry if you can't deal with that, but it's still true. It doesn't matter how much you deny it, it's still true. People are mad that Darksydephil is successful. They are angry, they're upset. Why would you be upset unless you were jealous? There's literally no other reason. Whether you hate me and like, well, I wish he wasn't successful because I think I should be successful. Well, then go do it for you. Go be successful. Get off my back, you know? But you won't because you're a loser. You just sit there hating on other people who are more successful than you rather than going and doing something for yourself. You're a hater. That's the definition of a hater, okay? I used to be one, but I grew up. I grew out of it. I don't do that shit anymore. Everyone out there, you know, more power to them. If they're going to be successful or whatever, go for it. You know, just don't bother me. That's the attitude I have. All right? So, there you go. But you are jealous of me. If you act like this on the internet all day and you wish the downfall of someone, you're a hater and you're a jealous person. There's no other reason why you would wish someone's downfall besides you're upset that they're successful and you are not. Period.
And now we have Wings of Redemption. Speaking on DSP's wife, Kat, I wonder how DSP respond if he ever heard this.
Shut the fuck up, horse, with the $10. Enjoy the tent tonight, tipples.
Dog, I thought that was DSP's
Fuck
girl.
you.
I don't know why, when he said horse, I just thought about Cat Burnell.
Then we have another TikTok video, and then we have another TikTok video that makes fun of DSP. Closeted game journalist tries to prove he's straight by playing Onimusha 2. And now DSP's gonna say, because of his lifestyle, there's nothing he can do, that his body's breaking down. And of course, he's just a lazy bastard that doesn't want to exercise, doesn't want to eat healthy, doesn't want to take care of himself, because he's a bitch.
My beard is really shit. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yes, my beard is all white. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm older now. My beard grows in white. Even over here, on the sides here, is all white when it grows in. What do you want me to do? I'm older. That's what happens when you age. Your hair goes white. Also, your face starts to get wrinkles and sag. Your body starts to atrophy. There's nothing you can do. You get older. I'm in my almost mid 40s, and this will continue. I hate to tell you, this will continue before your very eyes. But also, it's going to happen to you. You may be ignorant of that, but it will happen to you as well. I don't care that my beard is white.
If you ever wonder how much DSP overspends and gets taken advantage of by companies, he's now going to tell you how much it costs to install 2 ceiling fans just on labor.
It's ridiculous. For example, I got these fans installed last year, and thank God I did. This fan and the fan in the dining room, oh my God, a godsend. That's why it's so nice and cool in here now, because there's air circulation when there never used to be. But even that, I'm not kidding you. Not kidding you. That was thousands of dollars. I'm not kidding you. That's basically just labor. You know, it's just insane. Everything costs a ridiculous amount. Everything's a ripoff now. Nothing's reasonable. The prices are out of control. So, yeah, you know.
And DSP still doesn't understand. Kick is full of trolls, and it's casino people and LARPers, and he thinks these are real fans. So dude, why are you not supporting? And he's gonna complain that this week, Kick support is majorly down.
Hopefully we will get some support tonight. Please support the stream tonight, notably on Kick. Again, I know I keep beating the dead horse, but Kick support has been way down as of late. It would be great to get some more. Right now, we don't even have, I don't think, 30 subs on Kick all week. So it would be great to get some Kick support tonight. But super chats, super stickers, memberships, and tips also all count. So please support the stream tonight. How about we get our first support right now before we boot up the game? How about we get one of each? Let's get a super chat, a tip, a membership, and a sub before we start. Let's do it. Who's going to be the first of each? Let's see. Starting right now.
And then DSP revealed him and his wife have talked about getting a dog, but says he can't until Jasper dies. And then he called this a changing of the guard for pets when Jasper dies and they get a dog. And then he got $150 from one person. And what does he do right after that? The slimy scumbag that he is, demands another $150 so he can hit another goal and get DSP Tries It. And not only does he want 2 goals, he wants 3 goals tonight, which equals $450. And now it's time to watch DSP get absolutely wrecked in Mario Kart.
Wait, I lost my item again. I was getting an item in midair and it took it away from me. What happened? I don't understand how I'm losing my item constantly. Now this guy has 3 fucking shells right next to me. Come on. Now I get flattened. Combo. The fuck do you want me to do? Great. He drifted into me. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, that's it. It's over. What the how? Again, I'm drifting at a tiny little spot on the end of the road, and I get hit by an item. It's not even a homing item. How? How are they pulling this off? Of course. Everyone has an item. Oh, I got a fucking red shell. Here comes the invincibility. I can't beat it when you give everyone behind me the god tier items. I can't stop them, you fucking dumbass game. How am I still getting hit? I'm boosting, and they're faster than me. I'm at maximum speed boosting with the fucking gold mushroom, and they're faster than me and overtaking me. Yeah, this is complete bullshit. Fuck this game. I'm at literal maximum speed. Pass him. How the fuck are you passing me? That's the fastest you can drive. This is wild. Look how far ahead they are. How the hell? They must have had invincibility when someone used an all-encompassing move, right? Like someone used a bullet or someone used lightning and they were immune to it. That's the only fucking way they could be that far ahead. I couldn't see and they took my... Are you kidding me? I couldn't see. There's an enemy in front of me and it takes the block that's supposed to give me the coins because I hit it. What the fuck is wrong with this game? You took the block as I was about to use it? It's pissing me off. It's doing like every possible thing to cheat me out of being able to get anything good. It didn't, wow, it fucked up. The trigger didn't activate. I went to jump and power slide, it dropped the trigger and did not use the trigger at all. So that's not me, that's the wireless controller, the shitty ass Joy-Cons. Oh, what the hell happened? I got screwed right there, I don't know what happened. I was doing the corner fine, all of a sudden I was in the dirt. Even though I was hitting the corner fine, it's like the connection pulled me into the dirt because it fucking isn't accurate to what you're doing. That made no sense at all. It said I was in 12th. I passed the line. You're eliminated. Sure, whatever you say, game. It said I was 12th, and then it took it away.
Those damn dirty trolls were back. As you see, Panda Lee, 17. And today, from one person who is anonymous, DSP has received $250. But remember guys, he's not supported by whales. And DSP really wants you to show up tomorrow for Taxi Simulator. And dudes, did you know he's gonna be drinking too, dudes?
Taxi Life Simulator, doing taxi fares in Barcelona, Spain, with my driving wheel, with the pedals, with the shifter, and with alcohol. I will be drinking some alcoholic beverages tomorrow night during that stream. Okay, guys? Thank you so much.
And look at that. On days that he gets money, 6.5 minute daily rap. It's funny, the more money he gets, the lower the duration of the daily rap. And then we have this from Shitpost 2049. 40-year-old extremely terrible gamer refuses to take accountability in Minecraft and then dies. And now Thursday, the second last day of the week for DSP, and we start out today with DSP talking about the Ethan Klein lawsuit against other Twitch streamers. And of course, he makes it about himself. There are entire channels making bank by stealing / live rebroadcasting my content without making it transformative. They outright ask for contributions to do so. If this lawsuit goes through, I'm gonna be rich, and many are gonna be in trouble. And the funny thing is, so the detractors in discovery phase who put all these clips out, like 5 minute here, 10 minute there, and DSP's gonna put out like 8-hour live streams and say, we gotta watch the whole thing for context, dude. It would be interesting in the discovery phase if the bank leaks came up, WWE champions and all that, and DSP had to explain how it's not true. Either way, Phil, you're fucked. And of course, the whale that's been spending all this money on DSP this past week is not a new whale, it's an old whale. Luigi Mansion in the house deleted his YouTube channel just so he could do a sock account, and his name is I Love Pie with Johnny Bravo as his avatar. And then DSP didn't know when summer starts, so he said, I'm gonna look up when summer starts in this hemisphere. And he says he wants DSP Tries It tomorrow. However, today, you need to give him 7 goals hit, which is over $1,000. And also, he wants you to give him 7 goals to make the trolls cry again, because they would be absolutely destroyed if he got that kind of support today, dude. Then he claimed he is skinnier than most streamers. And then every single time he talks about his heritage and his ancestry, he always talks about being Italian and being a proud Italian and Italian this and Italian that. Now he's saying, I don't care what my ancestry is. I'm not going to take a test. It doesn't matter, dude.
He's asking, did I ever think about taking an ancestry test, or why won't I? Because people keep bringing it up as a goal or something. All right. Here's the truth. I don't really care at all what my ancestry is, like what percent of what I am or am not. It doesn't matter to me at all. You know, I was raised in a home where my mom knew a lot of Italian recipes and cooking and traditions, but also knew a lot of Polish stuff. So I grew up with a lot of Italian food and a lot of Polish food in the household. Okay. My dad really didn't know anything in regards to his culture or wherever his European background. So really the only culture that we had in the house was American generic stuff, or some Italian, or some Polish. That was really it. Okay? Outside of that, I've never really celebrated my heritage. Like, I never went to an Italian festival. I never had a gathering of Polish, so like, for example, my neighbors were Irish when I was a kid. They did a million things that had to do with their heritage. They were folk dancing. They went to Irish festivals. They constantly cooked the food. Wasn't like that in my household. You understand? So to me, it's nice to say, oh, well, my mom knows some Italian recipes. It's nice to have that. She can make a hell of a lasagna. When she made her marinara sauce, it was amazing when we had pasta and stuff like that, right? But it's not like I was so heavily Italian that it was a part of my life and all my Italian relatives came over. That wasn't the case, you see? So, I don't really care. Now, the funny thing is, among my detractors, there's a meme that apparently I think I'm Italian, like I'm a mafioso, and I think it's like a big deal. It's not. In fact, I rarely bring it up. It's only when people ask me specifically about it that I even discuss it. And then I matter-of-factly tell you, well, my mom is a quarter Italian because, wait a minute. No, my mom is half Italian because her dad is a pure Italian immigrant. And her mom was a European immigrant, but was more of a hybrid. But my grandfather was 100% Italian, right? So she was half Italian, see? So I'll mention that, and I'll mention, oh yeah, and I learned how to make marinara sauce from my mom, and then people will be like, Phil acts like he's fully Italian, and he's a full-blooded, and he's not, so we have to make him take an ancestry test to prove that he's not Italian. I don't care, okay? Allow me to explain. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Gee, I wonder, do you think Phil maybe cares about that? No, Phil doesn't care. It doesn't affect me in the least. whether I'm Italian or not. What if I take the test and it says that I'm from Bangladesh? Well, then I guess I'm Bangladeshi. I still don't care. It doesn't affect me. So why would I want to take this ancestry test? It doesn't change anything. What it does is it makes content for detractors. Because if I show, oh, here's the results, and by the way, oh, I'm actually not Italian. Well, guess what? Then what all they'll do is like, see, the test says he's not Italian. The test is... So here's what you can do. Go make a fake ancestry test results however you want them to read for me, and then make videos on it and claim it's real. Claim it you leaked, you hacked, and you found my hidden ancestry. And put it online and make videos, because it's going to be exactly the same effect as if I actually showed my ancestry. It's still bullshit. It's still nonsense. It still doesn't make any difference. But at least you'll get the content. And then you can stop asking me for this stupid thing that doesn't matter. Okay? Because you're dumb.
And views on DSP Gaming were not great. He's at 150 viewers. Remember this time last year, started the Kino Casino arc, and he was getting hundreds and hundreds of viewers and thousands of dollars in support, and you squandered every single bit of it. And now, let's see DSP and Onimusha 2 and his comedy.
Come here. Fucker. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-demon. I missed. Fuck. Finally. Sheesh. Okay.
So if you remember, on Sunday, DSP said he was down 150 subs on Kick. He has gotten about 20 subs since then, and now claims he's down 175 subs on Kick now. Make that make sense. And of course, when DSP starts up a new game, it's gotta be at least 30 minutes to an hour he spends on the settings menu. But remember, dude, he said it is disrespectful to waste your audience's time. And now, let's take a look at Taxi Simulator and how DSP absolutely failed like crazy, even though he drives once a week, every single week.
Maseo says, be careful, passengers may want to hook their phones up to play their own music. Oh God, can you imagine that? They hook it up and it's... Okay, let's just say, fool on my enemy, fool on my enemy, fool on my enemy. Oh, drive right into a building. No. Yeah, I guess there was no tip. He didn't tip me at all. What a dickhead.
If you need to make any adjustments, slowly drive forward and reposition the car to the left or the right as needed.
Okay. Stop! Oh!
Across the line. Try.
Way out of the way. Cabin my way. Oh no! Oh, there was a cop! Oh, there was a cop. He got me. $10. $10. $10 ticket. The cop right there caught me. I actually thought this was another taxi cab, but it was actually a cop. You son of a bitch. $10.
My legs are extremely sore.
I'm so hard to hear that. I'm so sad to hear that. Hold on. Here we go.
And you're never gonna believe this, guys. DSP was complaining, I know, about Kick support, but also complaining that in-game, people were not giving him tips. And he said that the characters in-game are not giving him tips on the fares and saying they're like the people watching on Kick and not giving him money. Then this is really weird because they've been together, what, 6-7 years? And every single time they've been in a car together, DSP's been the driver every single time. Because someone asked him, who's a better driver, you or your wife? And he said that he's never seen his wife drive before. Every time they've been in the car together, he has driven. What a control freak. Then of course you knew it was coming. When you can modify your car, DSP, in his words, put RBGs under his car. He actually said that. It's almost, Phil, like you're hyper fixated on this. And then he also failed the driver's test in the tutorial. And also, he was taking right turns from the left lane. and thinking he was doing the right thing. Then we have a quote from the recovered alcoholic, Darksydephil. I want to pound this White Claw so I can get another one. And apparently DSP doesn't understand driving against the flow of traffic and what it means. Then we have Slayer, absolutely pathetic whale / dolphin. DSP Gaming, I learned how to drive in the army during my military service. I learned to drive in a truck and did my driving test in an army truck. And I only had 10 demerits I can afford before failing. Then of course, he went on a rant about Ethan Klein again and how if the lawsuit goes through, it will set a precedence that he can sue every single detractor and they will either pay a fee or get sued and lose everything. This guy is absolutely delusional because what he thinks is illegal is anyone criticizing him, saying something negative about him, or basically he flat out doesn't like it. And all he's trying to do is silence any criticism because he only wants people that kiss his ass. And then DSP found the grift in Taxi Simulator because in game he gets tips from fairs and now says whatever fare he gets in the game he should get in real life. So if someone in game tips him $100, then in real life someone else should also tip him $100 in real currency. What a scumbag. Then I noticed something. DSP said he cooked homemade turkey burgers for dinner. And this happens over and over. 3 days out of the week, DSP cooked turkey burgers. My question is, when was the last time Kat cooked something, if she's even there? And then DSP was asked, where's Jasper? And DSP the alien said, Jasper will be back early next week. And then DSP revealed, Cast and Chill developers contacted him and gave him DLC codes for free, which officially makes DSP a shill. And DSP was short $61 to hit the goal, so you know what that means? Massive overtime. And as he's stalling, he is threatening to wage quit Taxi Simulator on day 1 if people don't support it. And look at that, after he turns off the stream, 12 gifted subs from Lance Catamaran. And of course, you know DSP's gonna count this as a goal. Then I noticed something too. Apparently the trademark for Darksydephil and DSP Gaming is available. And then we have Pesticore, who checked the US trademark database, and apparently DSP Gaming was bought by somebody else in February. However, Darksydephil is still available. And somebody has the funniest opportunity to do something right now. And look at that, Taxi Life premieres, and he's all happy because he got money, and he's explaining how he's not carried by whales. But in order for him to hit the goal, he had to wait till after his stream was over. How convenient. And now, Friday. Let's see how the week ended for DSP. And we start off today, looking at a legal expert and being asked about Darksydephil and this lawsuit. And this is the reaction.
Let's get here. Bob Starsky says, do you think Darksydephil has a case to sue like Ethan thinks he does? I think I saw Darksydephil commenting somewhere else, but Darksydephil is a different matter entirely. And by the way, I don't think he's registered any of his stuff. I mean, Darksydephil, that's a whole separate thing. And yeah, we would need to talk about that.
And then on March 1st, 2024, I posted this clip of Darksydephil, and I titled it, leaving this clip in case we need it in the future.
If anyone out there is using my content, they are not have my permission to do it. However, people can do it within the realm of fair use. So if someone out there is using my stuff as a transformative work, meaning they're adding commentary, they're adding criticism, they're editing it to get a point across, that's allowed.
You hear that? You can use it for fair use, including criticism. And that's the one thing Darksydephil hates the most, is people criticizing him. And here's another example of Phil back in the day giving permission to people to use his footage.
I give you permission to use any footage or anything from any of my videos.
And now, on a lighter note, this is a throwback from Meow Block about DSP explaining how microwaves work.
I don't see bubbles. The problem with approximate microwave readings is that you can't do a microwave approximately. You need to know exactly how long to cook something. The way a microwave works is by stirring up those molecules to create heat. If you turn the microwave off and turn it on again, it's not like, oh, the oven was already 350, so I'm just going to continue to bake it at 350. That's not how it works. You have to re-stir up the molecules again. So if you do 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, you'll never get it to what you want. You need to actually have it going for the amount of time you need it to go. So by not having the reading on this product of how long to have the microwave on, you literally make the product completely worthless. You need to know how long to do it.
Honestly, I feel like I'm not going to be able to see both.
And it's really funny seeing the Subway post and people not knowing who DSP is. Like this comment here, bring back Subway Sliders, who says, who the fuck are all these people posting the same guy? Well, it's the guy. And of course, I had to post this in the replies. You're never gonna believe me, guys. DSP started his pre-stream very, very toxic. I know, DSP is never toxic. And it's time for him to attack his audience.
Han Cholo said, do you still owe on your taxes? Gee, Han Cholo, a little forward of you to come on my stream and just ask me a personal question like that. All right, let me answer your question with a question. How much alimony do you owe? Right? How are those how are you doing on your child support payments right now? What a stupid thing to say.
And DSP is demanding 5 goals get hit on the day stream, not for the entire day, on the single day stream, which is $750 because he wants to do DSP Tries It today. He also claimed he's at his lowest weight since he was a teenager. X the doubt on that. Then he went on a rant about how he didn't make money until 2011 and he did it as a passion project, when in reality he got fired from his job, didn't want to get another job, was too lazy, and told people to quote unquote click on the ads so he can make money.
You know, I made content for 2 years and never monetized any of it at all. It wasn't until April of 2010. Excuse me, I take that back. I completely screwed up the timeline. It was 2.5 years. It was April of 2011 that I actually started monetizing content when I joined a partnership network with Machinima on YouTube. Before then, it was 2.5 years of nearly full-time grinding, putting out content that I had passion for gaming before I even thought that I would make a buck doing it. I already had that passionate viewer base built before I said, oh, maybe I can turn this into a profitable business, you see?
Future, please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, you know, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Darksydephil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what email address to send a donation to, darksydephil@hotmail.com. I've gotten many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, you know, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that. So, thanks a lot.
And you knew something was up because right out of the gate, $65 anonymous tip. What a shock. And despite him saying there's no podcast today, we're gonna jump right into gameplay. He spent 41 minutes on his pre-stream doing Q&A and begging for money. Now someone's gonna call out DSP because he spent $350 on a steering wheel and pedals instead of fixing his broken toilet. And of course, DSP's gonna memory hole all the money he got from Kino Casino and call the guy an idiot in the most DSP way.
Why'd you buy a $300 driving wheel instead of saving to fix various plumbing issues in your home? What? That was a mouthful, was it not? First off, I do want to play the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters. I actually own them all on PlayStation, but I may just rebuy them on PC just for ease of playing. We've done 5, okay? We haven't done any of the others. I would love to replay 4 or 6 in the Pixel remaster to see the improvements and things. The music remix would be pretty awesome, I feel. So those may be coming. The only thing is this year we're not doing it because the Suikoden collection came out. So we already did Suikoden 1. We're probably going to do Suikoden 2. And then that's probably it for the year. Maybe next year we'll jump into the Pixel remasters, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, why did I spend a $300 on a racing wheel when I have plumbing issues in my house? First of all, why do you care about the plumbing issues in my house? What are you talking about? Sounds a little weird. You know, he would even bring that up. Do I have some plumbing issues? Yeah, I have a bathroom that the shower's busted, and it's been so for years, but I have another bathroom with a working shower. So if I can spend $300 on a peripheral that we're now playing all kinds of new games that are bringing people to streams, getting people engaged, getting people to support the content, seeing that I'm reinvesting in my content actively with the support I'm getting, why is that a bad thing? What makes more sense, to spend $300 on getting that wheel and having a whole bunch of new content, or to sit here and save money for a year and then maybe fix my shower, which doesn't affect the business? In reality, $300 is nothing. It's a drop in a lake when you're trying to save up for home improvements. You know what I mean? Like, for me, that's going to be something that's a huge investment. It has nothing to do with spending $300 to buy a wheel. So, anyway, let's see. One final tip here, it looks like.
Then people ask DSP about political stuff, and he says he won't talk politics anymore because it didn't work out for him. That is right. If he can't monetize it, he's not going to talk about it, dude. And then DSP is playing the Lies of P DLC and doesn't know who Simon is. Also says he doesn't remember the story at all of Lies of P. And of course, Simon is the big bad guy in Lies of P. And look at this. Look at my boy Nightbot just holding down the chat. How embarrassing. And then someone asked DSP, you claim you have 200 viewers, but only 3 chatters. And he says that's because people like to just watch and not talk, otherwise they get harassed. Or it could be all the view bots as well, just saying. Then he claimed he was interested in voice acting, and if you've ever heard DSP do a voice acting, it is absolutely horrible, the worst thing ever. There's either the robot voice, the no emotion voice, or the racist voice. There's no in between. And then DSP claimed a video on DSP Throwback took 8 hours to make one video, and said he and his team worked on it and it wasn't worth the time and work. And remember, in the past he said the only thing he did was title them. And then 2 Cats 1 Roach tags Darksydephil and asks him about it, and Darksydephil says 1 to 4 hours editing, 4 to 10 hours upscaling. Then he, DSP, watches and titles the videos since he's not creative when it comes to that. I want you to think about that too. So if Darksydephil was quote unquote creative when titling videos, DSP would have done nothing at all. And he said, to be fair, he says we and team to protect me from harassment. If he credited me every time it was brought up, I would get attacked a lot more. And there you have it. There was no team of editors. His whole team of editors was one single person, Darksydephil. And then someone asked him about all the stolen footage that was uploaded in the DSP throwback videos. And Darksydephil says that was actually an accident. The intro footage for RDR, Red Dead Redemption, was meant only as temp footage, which means he stole other people's stuff and put it in the video as a temporary video file, and then suggested that he was going to replace it with his own footage that he was recording for Phil. Then we have Rent and Loan Shark. Your 10-minute bathroom break fooled no one. You conveniently got a tip that perfectly got you to 100 from Anonymous minutes after getting back from Get In No Support All stream. Yeah, he had like $115 and 76 of that came from Anonymous. You better have my money. And then we get to a night stream, Friday Night Fights, and he says, please come by to enjoy the rage and fun, and let's hit that goal to end on a high note. And of course, he has to be very cunty as soon as he opens up the stream.
That's a good question. Why is the night stream always at nighttime? Why is the night stream held at night? Why couldn't we have a night stream at 7 a.m.? Oh, these conundrums of life. Super. Let's have a round of applause for this week. It was a good week, wasn't it? I think it was a great week. I had a great time with all of you this week. We did a lot of fun things. Not everything worked. New button. Do I want to get that out of here for this month? I'll probably get rid of the microphone this month coming up. You know, I think about this, you know, I got to think about it. We have, like I said, I literally have 2 new lamps, an accessory thing there, or, excuse me, accessory, because if I don't say ack, what you want to hear, the ack, which is why everyone's saying that I'm pronouncing it wrong, so I'll say ack, and then they can clip it and put it in their content. Like, they think I'm stupid, and I don't know why they're saying that. But accessory thing that I'm going to add that's going to turn one of my pieces of equipment into part of...
And then we have a chat summary. Viewers in the chat are discussing a streamer named Jax and his PayPal transactions, with many suspecting he's withholding money or experiencing issues with his account. Some viewers are also commenting on Jax's appearance, particularly his hair. And then we have Eva Cowboy Fan 1996, who a lot of people think is Derek. I wonder what it's like to have a non-rabbit as a rabbit. Okay, so let's see how Friday Night Fights is going for DSP.
Butt slam and roll throw. It's all he knows how to do. Super platinum. In lag, by the way. Oh, look, I'm platinum now. Oh. No, I'm having problems. I'm literally having problems going down back to pick a character. I'm serious. I think the joystick's breaking. Look, I can't do it. This is awful. Wow. I think the joystick is busting and I'm gonna have to get a replacement stick. It seems like it. This is really awful. I've barely played on this stick. Think about it. I've barely played on this joystick. I didn't even get it a year ago.
Keep rocking, baby.
Is this seriously representative of quality level in the modern day? The joystick breaks within like 6 to 8 months of using it. That's awful.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
Possible for Kickbot to kick the streamer from their own stream? Yes. Kickbot is omniscient. Kickbot controls all.
And then DSP had a problem with his email. It wasn't showing notifications from PayPal. And then he discovered today in 2025 that he can go to PayPal to actually see his tips come in. And then Papa Polecat points this out. He's been relying on PayPal for over a decade and never had the thought to use their site to track tips. And of course, Friday Night Fights means Jax Cuckster. Thank goodness I was not all on me tonight. I think what he meant to say was, thank goodness it was not all on me tonight, but he's a retard. Of course, Jax did his $25 tip plus super chats. It was mostly Jax. And that's how the week ended for DSP. If you like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.